Did I ask you, Frank? Who did you pick as your chosen one? The waifu or husbando?
Penette.
I see.
Haven't you looked at all the characters yet?
Not transforming, no.
You didn't.
No, because at that point I was like, it's Yunaka. That's all. I was in love, Frank. I was in love.
Why? Because she kicked your ass?
I like a girl that kicked my ass.
You
Right?
haven't seen her without her boots?
Oh, I've seen everything.
I cheated on Penette with everybody. Well, you
100 girlfriends. He's up to. He likes. Well, Frank, the new show. 100 girlfriends right up your alley.
I like to change it up. I'm done cheating.
This week I'm gonna be faithful. Next week, let's see what happens.
Bienvenidos, Minasan. Welcome to episode 23 of the Otaku podcast. That's right, Otaku. I don't know why I keep...
It's a tongue twister.
I always every time. But, well, come in, join in with us. Welcome to our, I guess, post-Thanksgiving episode.
Burp.
Really? Are you going to go with the burp?
That's how I know I finished my turkey.
See, people, we got to be more fine here. You know, we present ourselves, be more etiquette. With our little napkins. Anywho, so in this week's episode, we're going to... I guess talk what we're thankful for. Give a couple like examples, things, the games that that got us out of a jam, make us feel better from a hard day at work, or in Ray's case, a hard way of editing this podcast probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see where the wind takes us. I guess today. I guess I'm your host Miles. Ray's the man on the keys.
I'm on the keys now. Well, I've been driving buses. Now I'm a pianist. I look for my next job. Your next hosting gig, Miles.
Yeah, every day he's very versatile, right?
Me and Barbie are gonna duke it out for the most jobs.
And of course, there's Frank. Hi, Frank. How you doing today?
I am just amazed with the new microphone.
The power.
I don't like hearing myself. It's
now you're officially here. You made it, Frank. You finally made it.
Yeah, Frank. If you're wondering, after like 22 episodes, Frank's like, "Oh shoot, I'm here now." Oh, okay.
Santa came early to the podcast.
Can we redo all the episodes?
No. Definitely fucking no.
Oh, God.
Putting that foot down right now. No hope. Crush that dream. Goodbye.
No, just cut out Frank's parts and just add like the new versions.
I hope the AI could do it because I ain't.
Take out the hot takes and put it like it's like more like soft, more. Final 16 is actually not that bad. I really enjoy playing it,
That was an interesting episode.
Isn't that what I said? Come on.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Everyone come back and listen to the episode and see what you think Frank meant by that. So I guess we'll kick off and go into our weeks. And since I feel thankful, I'm going to be thankful to Ray, and I'm going to start this off.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Alrighty.
You're thankful for all the stuff he tells you?
Yes,
he's like always putting you down. Come on.
Yeah.
But see,
who was that guy who said that show was nothing but a blue screen of death? Who was that?
I don't know. Nobody heard it.
Yeah.
Nobody can remember. It's not like you can find these episodes posted on the internet or anything. Definitely not.
No.
That was a bad mic episode.
That was pre-bad. That was the bad mic days. Doesn't count.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it earlier. Now more clarity. Oh no, I said it was okay to watch.
That was the SD era. Now we're in the HD era.
You must have heard me wrong.
The static. It was the microphone is just the words got mumbled up in the waves. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, let's see what I want to talk about first here this week. I have a few things I wish to talk about. I'll save the bad thing for later. I'll start with the somewhat interesting, somewhat a twist, I guess. So we had our anime preview episode where we covered new shows for the fall season, and my curiosity came with Miles's pick of
here we go.
100 girlfriends who really, really, really love you or love me, loving someone, loving something. My body.
We post that reaction. What is this?
I was curious because the way he described it. It was a bit hard. My brain couldn't comprehend it, so I sat down and saw the first 3 or 4 episodes. And I have to admit, I feel like Miles didn't sell the show as well as he could have.
I like how we were retroactively going against me now. Okay, that's fine, sure.
But now I have evidence to support the theory. That's the difference. And he said, because I listened back to the podcast too, thinking about he says it, but he sells it really. you said it real quick. Oh, he's a good boy, but like no. He's the bestest boy. This guy is competing with Tanjiro and Ippo for the best boy of the year.
I guess in Deku too. I guess where we're at.
Yeah, Deku too. Like this guy is like super nice, sweet, wholesome, good guy, and he gets in this weird scenario where now he has to date all these 100 girls because if they don't, they all could potentially die. And that's where I think the show is more unique and funny than a very generic harem setup, which you see all the time in anime. So yeah, I think it came out much funnier to me. And then plus in the first episode or two before they established the whole show, or I guess the main plot of the show, constantly things throwing like jokes and references to other things. It made me think more of like Gintama, which I'm like, oh, Frank might be into that. Because you're a Gintama fan, right, Frank?
That's right.
That's right. Okay, my memory serves me right. So I did enjoy the first 2 episodes quite a bit, to a point I was like laughing constantly. There's an English dub out right now for it. It's pretty solid. I should check it out if you're an English dub person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just think it was very much more funny, and I could see myself being. I was kind of confused why, because if you look online, it has like a lot of like, oh, everyone's watching the show for the season. I'm kind of like, why? It's just a generic harem show. But the actuality of him really trying to be a guy trying to date these girls in this unrealistic, unfathomable scenario makes for some funny, silly shenanigans, which can be pretty entertaining, and it helps it's a fairly well animated show on top of it. And yeah, I just think the difference is he's really trying to date each of these girls, while most guys like, oh gee, or most anime protagonists, oh geez, I don't want to, oh no, oh. So it's really refreshing to see a guy actually like want, in a weird way, I guess depends how old school you are.
That's right.
Yeah, so if you're very old school, perhaps you can appreciate or enjoy the humor because you're too busy like, what's this guy's two-timing everyone all the time. Which, maybe is question mark, but if everyone's kosher with it, is it really?
So, Mormonism.
Yeah, I was going to say, so in certain states in America, perhaps they would be open more to this idea. But basically, I just want to say, I thought it was actually a funnier show with an interesting concept. The question is, how are we going to get to the number 100 and keep this show going?
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm like, how many seasons is that going to be? Are we going to do all 100? That's 100 people you have to cast into an anime thing. I mean, like, how are you going to do that every I mean, I just love to see how this is going to work out.
Yeah, so I don't know how, because I think the anime teases maybe 5 girls at the moment.
Yeah, like the first 5 or 6, what I read so far is like we're up to like 10, like almost a baseball team, I guess, at this point.
Yeah,
10,
we got a
11.
baseball team, or apparently
but it's like how many people, because usually there's not many people on the anime thing, right? But it's like that's a lot of characters put on for one thing. It's like makes Negima look like nothing. Like that was like 32 girls, right? Something like that.
That was a lot of girls. I forgot about
try 100. It's like,
so yeah. I just want to admit that's a funnier show that I kind of want to keep an eye on as the season goes. We'll see if I actually able to keep up, but that's a decent show. And for once, I could agree with popularity vote. I guess now to destroy what I just built up of like, I believe in the others and people have good taste out there.
Now it's time
to bash on the other popular anime of the season, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Here we go.
I don't understand it. I literally don't understand why people like this show.
Were you watching it?
I was watching the.
Okay.
I guess without So I've seen all season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I was very lukewarm at best, and that's being very generous of description with Jujutsu Kaisen. But I said, sure, whatever. It's the new kids shonen. Oh, it takes a while for the real shonen to get going, right? I can't convince myself. So here I am. I saw the first season. I saw the Zero movie, and now here I am, finishing the other prequel arc.
0.2?
Yeah, whatever. We're like in Kingdom Hearts territory now with the prequel nonsense stories.
That's where you want to be at all the time.
Where did you watch the movie?
In theaters.
Oh.
You can also watch it on Crunchyroll now.
Oh, okay.
It's season 44. In case you're wondering.
Yes. If you look on Crunchyroll, it's labeled season 44.
Oh my god.
It was very confusing that I highlight, oh, this is just the movie. Oh, okay. That's just so needs to work.
Yeah, One Piece
fix that text.
One Piece is like, that's it?
Yeah. Get on my level.
That's like half. Get out of here.
We're not even at the Thriller bark yet. See, I can make that joke now. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't understand it. I don't. They spend all this time with these characters, and I'm like, does anyone want to hang out with any of these characters? Legitly asking. So it's just, I feel bad because like, oh, I give my hero, a hard time. Naruto, the Dragon Ball, every of these the Demon Slayers. I tease them and I'm like, oh, they're trash and garbage. No, legitimately, I'm starting to think Jujutsu Kaisen is just garbage, period. It's just not worth anyone's time yet. People like it. The animation is good, I guess. There's no denying that, but so what?
But I would make argument the animation. I mean, animation is also going down the hill too.
Well, yeah, I haven't gotten to the. So we finished the. So I've been watching with this Miles, so Miles, feel free to jump in at any point if you feel like it. So we finished the prequel small arc of season 2, and we
0.2.
Yeah, whatever. So now we're like, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 episodes into the current timeline with our main cast we introduced in the beginning of the show. And yeah, just the setup of the arc. Like, it's funny too, because like the opening goes, oh, ooh, it's the Shibuya something ant arc. Ooh, yeah, it's the big moment. But like the arc just starts off like, hey, we're going to go to the subway, and I guess we got to fight on Halloween. Like, there's no like build up on it, like. Like with...
Well, there's a small arc they did for like when that one episode, that was like it.
No.
I'm saying that according to Ray, that doesn't count.
I'm just saying, because like if we talk about One Piece the other week, we had all the build-up that happened in what is it, Water 7, is that right, Frank?
I mean, there's build-ups all the time.
Right, there's that too, but I'm just, because there's that build-up, all of pre-Water 7 is the prelude to the Ines lobby.
Yeah, there's build-ups of stuff I can't say.
There's also that too. So that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying is I'm an old school person, blah blah. And I like my favorite show and stuff does the building up and the hype, and like a roller coaster. It keeps climbing up and up and up. But Jujutsu Kaisen just warps you to the top and you fall and you're like, what was that?
Wow.
I'm.
But that
it's Supreme Screen.
Yeah.
But I guess
a little bit, something like that.
The anime supposed to carry it, I guess. That's pretty much it's like a Demon Slayer kind of thing. At this point, it's like, but animation, look how cool this looks.
At least with Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer, it has similar problems, but at least Demon Slayer, it hits the bullet points, just does it like 2 times, 3 times fast forward all the way through. Well, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is just like, you just fall asleep, you woke up and like you're already like in another part. You're like, well, how did we get here? What's going on? And like, there's just nothing, no build up. It's just, here you go. And then Mappa's hoping going to deliver with the action sequences to keep you hooked, but I just don't care about any character. I'm tired of the same old characters they keep showing and the same old bad. We've been dealing with the same bad guys for now 30-ish episodes plus a movie. So I'm just like, I need some new faces already. Like we're still finding like Raditz for Dragon Ball.
Well, because I know I read the manga up to, I guess, past this point. And I'll admit, like, the animation's kind of laying it down because I feel like they're too busy trying to interject other characters that not really in the arc now. They're like, oh, look, it's that guy. He's been there for like a hot second. He's in the background. Yeah,
wink, none.
Because they did it with Zero, and that Zero, that kind of, I didn't like that part of the Zero movie when it started showing. Here's all the other sorcerers. They're still here technically in this timeline, right? Technically,
well, they have nothing and
but they're not even in the manga. They're not referenced. They're just there. But it's like tossing like, look, your favorite character. It's like watching My Hero, right? Yeah, your favorite character. Yeah, there he is, and there he goes. That's it.
Check the box.
But the problem is like there are a lot of questionable decisions in this animation. Like they decide literally rip off other people.
The mecha episode was just literally stealing from Gurren Lagann and Ava. And not like in a cool like homage, wink, wink. Just literally, I'm just gonna copy and paste, and it's like, why? What's wrong with you? Yeah,
and it's just, and also like some way to animate some of the other areas, like it was questionable. The extended scenes like shouldn't really be extended, and it kind of loses focus. I feel like they're trying to stretch out certain parts more than they should have, and it just as you watch, even reading the manga, like I can't really, what's going on here? You can't. It waters down what was supposed to be the arc for question mark.
It's not just me, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I know next time on the Jujutsu Kaisen, we'll see.
Oh god, it's gonna get good. I swear.
Well, it's gonna be the game changer moment, I guess, and see how that pans out. I'm not sure at this point.
Whatever. I'll keep watching it, and I'll tell you why it's terrible, kids. Look forward to that. Now let's switch to something more positive and talk about a very old school game. And talk about my Twitch channel. Hey, time to chill. SD_showing, that's me. So once again on my Twitch channel, that midnight channel I have every Wednesday and Friday night, been playing Alan Wake Remastered. Still pretty good game. Very trippy, interesting story. Fighting the darkness. As you do. I'm getting closer to the ending. I forget it's more of a wink. That's funny because now I made fun of it, this and that. But the fact of it's got some similarities to Twin Peaks, but they're not literally copied one for one. And that's the difference. But yeah, but and stuff like that, and the trippiness of like, because now he's realizing like, wait, I know what's happening. If I wrote this in the story and this is happening, this and that, it's just kind of very meta and surreal. The fact of these characters realize like they're stuck in a story, but their story is reality.
It took half the game to realize that it's his own book.
Well, not but other characters as well, because there's like other characters and plot people that don't like this. This is just a small little hick town. Nothing weird like that happens around here. And then like when they're confronted with the unexplainable, it's like, well, shit. I guess we are in an episode of X-Files or in Twilight Zone over here. So
Mulder will be proud.
Exactly. So yeah. Just a very simple but fun story with the gameplay element loop of, fight the darkness with your flashlight and batteries.
No Keyblade?
No Keyblade, not yet. That's the DLC I hear. But yeah, so I'm having a good time going through that, and then as I mentioned before, I'm gonna go and play the next game, which is the American Nightmare, and then maybe the expansion pass that's in part of Control, and then of course Alan Wake 2, which is apparently everyone's favorite game of the year. So I look forward to when I get my way to Alan Wake 2.
There you go. Right there next to Tears of the Kingdom and Super Mario Wonder. And
everyone go-to's answer for the thing.
I think Call of Duty's not on that list.
Boo. That's what's up with that.
So anything else? Any Fire Emblem news as usual?
The last thing on my list is indeed some Fire Emblem Engage news. So I am pretty much wrapping up my campaign, this run through, my second run through on hard mode. Did I ask you, Frank, who did you pick as your chosen one?
My chosen one?
The pack ring.
Oh, the wife?
The waifu or husbando.
It was, damn, what's her name? I don't want to mess it up. Penette?
I see. Yeah, because I'm at that point, and I'm pulling a Frank. I feel like I'm pulling a Frank. So I've always been a more narrative guy of like, which one's the best story and it's got the best character development, and that's why I picked Yunaka, because she was a mystery, and then only if you get to the S class you get the full story. Ooh, so that hooked me on the first playthrough. But this time I'm like, well, if I've done the story stuff, I know the story beats. How do they look when they transform though? How good is that outfit? What are the numbers when they transform?
Wow, this.
What are the numbers?
The number. Oh, here we go. The stats.
We're back to Fire Emblem Awakening, and what are the kids' powers up? The kids' powers need to be good. What are the skills they'll inherit?
But we don't like each other. That's not the point.
I don't care. They will love each other until they think about the children. Think about the children.
Think about my stats. Think about my army.
So that's where I'm kind of at, because also new in this run through, since this time I played the DLC, there is 4 more bachelors, I guess, or bachelorettes to choose from in this run through. Though sadly, none of them are really gonna make the cut. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, it was funny. Today I was like, oh, let's see. What are the power levels when I do the pack ring? What are the numbers? I was looking at the numbers. Oh, that's some pretty good numbers. And then moving up on the chart, people, this and that. So basically, I think I'm down to top 5, and my top 5 is apparently like a weirdo. Must have been watching too much anime. I'm choosing between 2 of the sibling pairs, either between the dragon siblings and then the Stewarts, between the 2 Stewarts.
Oh, really?
The twins or the dragons and good old red-haired Diamant. I'm trying to pick which one is the chosen of these 5 contenders.
Okay. Oh.
So I was going to ask you, Frank, what do you think? What do you think is the right way to go about this?
Well,
hot takes over here.
First of all, I don't really choose by stats. I do choose by looks.
Okay. Well, I'm doing both. It's a combination of the 2.
Stats is like, we'll make it work.
We'll make up the difference somewhere else.
Yeah, I love you, and we'll make it work. You're, short leg and whatever.
Okay.
Make up the difference.
But between those, you're a girl or a guy?
I'm a girl this time.
Damn.
Malira. Oh, that's an A. It's different.
So you have to eliminate the dragon twins because they are.
No good.
No, they suck.
Well, I mean, they suck in the story stuff.
Yeah, well, they suck in the story. They suck everywhere else.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, Ryan doesn't like dragons.
They make up for it in the battles.
Ah, God, no. You'll make it work with someone else. Don't worry.
There's plenty of fish in the sea. Frank
make
tells me.
this marriage
no
work.
dragons. No dragons.
You want somebody that you like standing next to, and
no.
People you actually like, that you're gonna stick with.
You want to transform together, and you feel good about it. Like
no guilt.
Numbers are just numbers.
Think about love.
That's not the important part.
Love Emblem on the battlefield.
Yeah. So what if you're hit below like 32 points less? It's fine. But look how sick they look though.
So what if you don't want shot? More time together in the battlefield.
Okay.
So I think you should pick the what's her name?
Fran.
Fran. Yeah, she has almost my name.
Fran and Frank. There you go. Calling it.
I like her a lot. I think she's a really good character.
Part of me thinks that just because, like, well, I picked a girl last time, so I should pick a guy. But I'm like,
But last time you were a guy and you picked a girl.
Right, but
you have to play it 4 times. You have to go girl, guy.
Well, that was called 3 houses, and I did that. All right, I did that. All right, I've checked that box. Yeah, I don't know. I'm debating. I was looking. Part of the costumes, like, because the red and blue is a bit of a harsh palette that not many characters can pull off, but the couple of them look all right, and then the numbers don't hurt. I
think Fran would look good.
She probably looks, design-wise, looks the best.
Yeah, because she already has pink.
Yeah. And she's got the little braided thing, and it looks good with the super tricked out costume she gets, and everyone gets.
I like how we're like welcome to the waifu podcast over here.
Pretty much.
And see now over here, see her dress looks like
she's got the best. She made it look the best. I think so. The other thing is, part of me is like, oh, but when Fran, it's just Deku, so it's like, oh, Deku can punch real good, I hear.
Haven't you looked at all the characters yet? On your first playthrough?
Not transforming, no.
You didn't.
No, because at that point I was like, it's Yunaka. That's all. Really true.
No, but you can transform other characters.
You could, but I was in love, Frank. I was in love.
You were blind.
I was blind by love. Yunaka or nothing. From day one, she had me.
You didn't want her to get
her
jealous.
Wonder Woman boots and all.
Why? Because she kicked your ass?
I like a girl that kicked my ass.
You haven't seen her without her boots?
Oh, I've seen everything. There's places on the internet where you can find everything, Frank.
Oh no, those are just people's imaginations.
And I enjoy their imaginations. Let them run wild, I say.
Well, I was like,
there's a reason our best TikTok involved her
transforming with everybody when I was
you're just doing it with everyone.
I cheated on Panette with everybody.
How could you, Frank?
Wow, so much for tradition. I thought we were doing tradition, I guess.
Well,
100 girlfriends. He's up to. He likes. Well, Frank, the new show. 100 girlfriends right up your alley.
I like to change it up. I'm done cheating.
This week I'm gonna be faithful. Next week, let's see what happens. So yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, what do I want? So I'm still on the fence. I haven't seen the dragons final story beat. I don't know if that'll persuade me one way or another.
Nah,
probably not. So I'll imagine probably not. And that's why the other 3 characters.
There's 5.
There's more, but it's somewhat spoiler, so I won't say anything more. There's more options because when my first playthrough, that's the biggest problem. Speaking of slight thing, still Fire Emblem Engage. Why did they dump all these like characters like in the last like 2 or 3 missions? It's just like, what am I supposed to do with these characters? There's no time to see all these story beats and narrative things. It's like, it's time to go fight the Dragon Man and call it a day.
Those are there in case you're like a super hardcore person and you let your characters die.
I get. Oh, right. I get. You're right, Frank. That's what they're there. If you just lost people on the way. Right.
Oh, you lose people.
You're like,
well, see, I'm actually a good gamer, so I don't know what that feels like. But yeah, I guess you're right. And that makes sense, Frank. That makes sense. But yeah, and plus, like, I just have no interest to see their story. The first time and the second time, like, I really don't care. What's the night guy? Or Malvier or whatever? No
night guy. Don't even put them in the same room.
So yeah, and then the whole sister thing, that's always anime stumping going on there.
Well, it's okay, because there's...
It's all something. And plus, she's terrible on the battlefield, so she's no sister of mine.
Yeah, I feel like that game should have ended a couple of chapters before it ends.
Yeah. I forgot. It lags on.
It has the same problem Xenoblade 3. I don't know if you played that one.
I have not.
Oh, I feel like that one should have ended a couple of chapters before. Yeah, it's kind of like Dexter.
The most easiest answer of a show that went way too long.
Dexter should have just ended season 4.
I see your Dexter and I raise your heroes. Leave it at season 1 and walk away.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
It's Smallville.
That could also.
We'll just keep going on this, like this.
Gotta Breaking Bad knew when to walk away. That's all I'm gonna say. Breaking Bad knew when to walk away. But yeah, engage towards the end there, deciding who's the real husbando and or waifu. Well,
I thought we decided on friend.
Well, I'm gonna think about it, Frank.
He's gonna take your input and he's gonna
Consideration. It's under consideration.
Yeah.
Frank.
I would do the amante, but I just thought about it. You're not me, so
Change it up, be the opposite.
There you go.
just go with friend.
There you go, Fran. I'll think about it. It's a close race. I am leaning more towards
here's
the
the plan.
twins and or Diamond.
Here's the plan. Go with Fran.
You know what? Fran was my original choice, and I had her with me the whole time. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go with Panette. Because Fran will be there anyway, so she's like,
I like how
poor Panette. She just can't. She can't hit for hill beans. So I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry, girl, but no, that's a no for me, dogs.
you're not treating her right.
Apparently not.
Okay, so what you have
She's not treating me right.
what you have to do is give her super high crit.
Apparently,
Crits always hit.
See, yeah, but I've never been a crit guy. That's like gambling. I don't have time for gambling. This ain't a gambling game. This in slots. It's strategy.
There's no gambling. You just give her the right stuff, and she'll crit all the time.
There you go. But yeah, that's Fire Emblem Engage. Good times, and maybe next time I'll actually be done. We'll see.
If you get hit, you deserve to lose.
That's why I have the plus avoidance up to 10. I do have to do the last stats. That's one last stats boost because now I have all my homies again, and then off to fight Sombron. He has the big dragon man himself.
dragons again, right?
There's always a dragon in the Fire Emblems. Gotta catch them all. Gotta kill them all. Kill them all. Unless they're friendly dragons, we keep those around.
Man, I feel like
Tiki gets the pass.
I feel like playing Fire Emblem again.
There you go. I did my job.
So he'll do it again for at least 2 more times until he sees all the.
Oh, I think I'm tapping out for a minute at least. There's not another campaign to do. So.
DLC?
No, I've done that, and no, most of that is just skip. Listen to previous episodes of the podcast.
I can't wait to next year's Fire Emblem on the new Switch.
Oh God, help us all.
All right, I guess is that you're good then?
I'm out. That's it for my week.
All right, Frank, how's your week going?
Oh, my week. Well, I don't know if you remember, but I was playing Maple Story.
Yes.
The return to the drug of choice.
Speaking about true romance.
You know what? There's just something about it.
Just sweeps you off your feet every time.
You try to quit, you come back.
Why can't I quit you?
Yeah, it's like McDonald's. Like,
all right, okay.
it's good. You know it's bad for you.
But you do it anyway.
You go back.
Well, it's cheap. It's cheap.
What's the Frank special? What are we getting at the Frank special at McDonald's?
McDonald's. I like getting the quarter pounder.
Quarter pound. Oh, that's all right, Frank. This is why you're on the podcast.
And the pies.
The pies
with nuggets, and I put nuggets in the quarter pounder.
Nuggets. The Frank special.
and potatoes.
See, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna get, because they got the Post Malone and all these other people. We're gonna get your own the Frank special
with extra ketchup.
Exactly, extra ketchup. I don't know about the ketchup.
I like it sloppy drool. I like it when I bite.
Frank likes it sloppy.
I like it sloppy.
Once again, we learn something new about Frank every
time we get something.
My clothes isn't safe when I eat.
This is a splash zone. This is a splash zone. It's like a SeaWorld or whatever. Like,
a lot of meetings here.
SeaWorld is like nothing but next to where Frank sits. It's like splash zone. Do not enter. Be careful. Dangerous.
I can't buy nice clothes. Like, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's clothes or eat or food.
Frank's splooshing all the time.
Oh yeah, Maple Story.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'm still playing it, but I have toned it down a bit. I've toned it down to only doing my dailies.
Okay.
How long does it take you to do that?
4 hours.
No, it takes me like 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then one day out of the week, I do boss runs. And when my cousin asks for help, I help him out.
Mm-hmm.
But I was helping him yesterday. And it turns out it wasn't really help because, okay, so I'm stronger than him. Mm-hmm. So he needs help killing some bosses. We killed him, but he didn't get any drops.
Oh.
Apparently, I'm so strong that it kind of said, like, you did nothing, so you can get nothing.
Oh.
So he's like, okay, you got to use a weaker character. I used a weaker character, we couldn't kill it. So that's that.
Now it makes sense.
I'm trying to cut back on Maple Story because I've been getting headaches again.
Uh-oh.
So that's probably not good.
Probably not.
Probably not good. Also, I want to start playing Star Ocean again.
Oh, yes. Is this the remake Star Ocean?
I don't know. It has some like rejuvenated name, or I don't know. It has an R in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
That's the
new
yeah.
one.
Because I didn't know. Because I looked it up because I had to do it for the podcast. Like, because you just said Star Ocean. I'm like, what Star Ocean?
It looks old though. It looks old.
Right, but it looks like old school because it looks like it's got like the whole like Octopath or whatever kind of vibe thing going on, right?
And then
Pixelated characters.
Forgot. Yeah, I can't remember, but
Tradition.
I feel like it's. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the first game.
I think it's a remake of the second.
Well, I think
game.
there's two of them now. So there's I think the first,
which is another thing I didn't know until I was looking up, trying to figure out which game Frank was talking about.
I've looked at some and they look newer,
Mm.
and I don't think this one's like it looks like a Super Nintendo game.
Right. That's the one I've seen, and people have been.
And that's
playing.
the remake.
That's the remake.
Oh, okay then.
I think so.
I'll believe you.
I have to look at the notes.
Yeah, I want to get back to that and then also
Did look good. The one I saw.
I want to play. What's that game? Tactics Goblins.
Oh,
Tactics Ogre.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Goblin. Why am I thinking Goblins?
Goblin
Yeah, that one looked good, and I stopped playing it because of Mega Man Zero, and then I stopped playing Mega Man Zero because I got mad at it.
That'll do that to you.
And then I started playing Star Ocean, and then my addiction came back. Maple Story.
You're just like from one ship to another. You haven't seen the. Here's a slight tangent. Have you seen Black Lagoon, Frank? The anime?
Black Lagoon?
Yeah.
No.
Then never mind.
Sorry.
For those who've seen Black Lagoon, it's like he's jumping from one ship to another. I'll put a clip for later on.
So yeah, I've been playing that. Trying to cut back, but also I've been playing Ninja Turtles. I don't know. Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, okay.
I've been playing it with my brother and niece.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of like
family
what we
time.
do together.
Aww.
And it's pretty cool. I don't know. It just I kind of wish it was longer because it's fun and playing the same thing over and over. I'm not really sure. Like there is challenges, but I'm like, are they worth doing? Do I want 200 more points? That
pick up the trophies.
I don't know. Yeah,
that
I
want
do
to
think
get
about
platinum. Don't you want to platinum it, or get the game score?
You're right.
They're gonna laugh at you on the playground, Frank.
I mean, they already laugh, but they're gonna laugh louder.
Exactly.
They're gonna laugh with purpose. So yeah, I'm playing that. And other than that, I'm not playing much anymore. That's why I want to cut back on Maple. I'm still watching One Piece with my brother.
Still on that.
We are like on almost episode 900.
Oh,
so we're flying by.
You're going there. You're getting the distance there.
Yeah, I won't say what's happening because
everyone's dead.
Yeah,
they found the one piece, and now they're finding the two piece.
No, the two piece.
The two piece is a bikini. Oh,
that's the start with Luffy's son.
I'm also watching. I started watching. Continuing the One Piece live action. I'm almost done with it.
Right.
It does get better.
Well, that's something,
but it's still crap.
All right.
Well, we tried.
You did get effort.
Okay, I shouldn't say crap, but maybe these microphones can hear me now.
Oh shit!
It's not good. Not something I would recommend.
But okay.
And it makes me laugh to watch it. So, but I'm liking it.
It's like
I could tolerate.
I can stomach it. It.
So it just makes me laugh to watch it. That's like the simplest thing I can say. I wish they had done it different. I wish they had. I was thinking about it today, and I wish season 1 was meeting Zoro and just take your time,
real slow.
Like make it real, like Smallville pace, like you know.
I was gonna say so One Piece pace.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go 1,000 episodes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm sure Netflix loves dumping money constantly.
Yeah, we had to switch out like all the actors like every 30 years.
I was gonna say poor Luffy. I was gonna say they gotta get a new Luffy every like 5 seasons.
Imagine One Piece in high school. I'm just kidding. No. But I think a slower pace would help because there are some scenes that have no impact because I'm like, we just met you 5 minutes ago. Why am I? And I feel like they need to build that. You know, I don't care. Like Zoro was dying and Luffy was like, oh my god, oh no. And then it's like, you don't know him. Like
timing.
And then he was like, he's the strongest guy I know. And then like, but you can't beat this guy.
It's a very short list.
I don't know. I feel like a slower pace would help for the build up. It would just allow. I don't know.
My only argument with that is that, you know, the way how me and Ray watched it is I felt like some of the things when they cut when they need to, like the whole Sanji story, like it was.
They simplified that, yeah.
They simplified a lot then because they were fighting for like at least a good like 30 chapters on that boat, and I feel like the way how they presented that information, albeit, you know, his house has issues, but, you know, they kind of most they could, I guess, you know.
Yeah, it's just so hard.
It's like, a lot to compact.
I was wondering like if it would be better if it was a more serious show, but then it would go against what, you know, One Piece is.
Right, I was gonna say.
And then,
well, like, the thing like you mentioned before, Frank, it's like they should have done one.
Well, there's that too.
Because you should make like a Western like anime or something like that, or
maybe actually make a decent Death Note.
You know, because it's hard to do something that's so wacky and goofy into a live action setting, let alone like make sense.
This poor man has to put a sword in his mouth and sell it.
I don't know. I feel like if they took their time, maybe, because okay, so this is what I was I didn't think about it too much, but it was like in Smallville, it was like we know what Superman can do.
Right.
But it was like he slowly built up to it, and it was like we were like, oh my god, he just did that.
Right.
And right here it's like too much at the same time. I don't know.
I agree. They definitely do speed it up for sure.
I don't know, maybe slower pace, not totally a comedy, maybe like just certain parts. Don't have to say I'm the king of the pirates all the time. Just make it say it at one time at the end of the season and make it like an iconic moment.
Believe it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not a datebayo thing. It's like not after every sentence.
What does that mean?
I feel like they just because to me, One Piece, besides it being funny, it's about the big impact moments, and I feel like it's missing that. Like it wants to do it, but like I said, you
got to put in the work, the effort.
Yeah.
Once again,
well, I feel like the same thing is like when me and Ray watched some of the other like Disney shows, which had the same issue, like, you know, where we only got like 6 to 8 episodes to work with, and we got to stuff all the content in these 8 episodes, and it just, you know, it just suffers a lot.
It ruins the story.
You know what I was thinking about, like, because I was thinking specifically about the part where he's king of the pirates. It would have been cool if they would have done it like a moment. They should maybe like have some character development with Luffy, like not Luffy be Luffy, like. Right. Get to that part and like, yes, now I'm determined to be the king of the pirates.
Right.
And
I think the problem issue with the One Piece live action is that I feel like they had to tone down Luffy because then Luffy kind of looks like a psychopath, or he's probably too childish.
I mean, he does look too childish, and
well, I think the difference. Go for it, Rick.
I was just gonna say maybe the psychopath they did tone it down. You were saying?
I was basically going to say something similar. Because I feel like in the live action, because Luffy is like all loofing around and all over the place in the manga sometimes, especially early on, that even I'm kind of like, what makes this guy tick? But in the live action, they really try to simplify and make him like he's a real optimistic guy. And even in the worst case scenario, he believes in himself and his friends are going to come and win through the day. And they like really simplified his character because they need something for the audience to be like, yes, I understand this guy. Versus if they see the original manga version, like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
You know what? Luffy has always bothered me in this one. And I was thinking about right now what you guys are saying. And I'm like, the Joker would be a better Luffy. Because he would just be like laughing, I'm about to die.
Yeah, basically that. Yes.
And then like he has these moments where like, you know the part where he punches Vivi? I forgot. The desert part.
Her, yes.
Where she's complaining to him, like, people are gonna die. Like, no shit.
Oh, yeah, yes. Now I definitely remember what you're talking about. Yes.
Like, what the hell do you think we're doing here? People are gonna die.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Luffy's. I don't know.
I think Luffy's a great character in the manga, and this one he's.
But it's always a flip coin because I feel like the manga version, because Luffy kind of is like, I guess, moments of epiphany, I guess as I call it.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? I don't like this. I should really fight against this one. Why is that, Luffy? And then and it keeps on and then the next chapter, he's like, well, but this is funny though. Look at he's like kind of back and forth.
I think Luffy should talk less. Also,
that would be helpful. As an anime fan reading the manga series currently, I'm like, I don't think I understand Luffy half the time. So I don't know. Maybe at some point it'll click for me, but I'm still like, I don't know what I'm getting every chapter sometimes with him.
Oh, well, that's that. I still haven't finished.
There you go. Almost there, Frank.
Yeah.
So it's gotta beat Arlong.
I'm still watching Sopranos.
Oh, there you go.
I'm almost done with it. It's watching it now that I'm almost done with it, I'm thinking like, this is not a gangster show.
Not as much.
This is a show about a guy struggling with a mental illness and his what do you call it, being like against treating it,
right,
and being okay with it. So it's like, hey, wait a minute,
I've seen
you tricked me.
Wait a minute, hold a sec.
Are you trying to ask me to ask for help?
You tell me in Ava though, it's not about the robots and the angels.
What
are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me?
Ava reference.
I need to look at myself in humanity. What? No. What about the big monsters though?
Or choose sticks. Because seriously, I need to go and stab, and that way to unlock the real.
Oh my god, Ava! I love it and hate it at the same time.
Two last things before I finish up.
Two last things. That's funny.
Two last things, and then I'll start with the real list.
I was gonna say now the real show will begin.
I'm also watching Stranger Things because I haven't seen season 4, so I started over just to review.
Oh, you went from the beginning.
Yeah.
Hardcore fan.
Yeah. I don't like to feel like I'm missing something. And it's been years.
That's true. That first season was some time ago now.
You could skip season 3 and just go skip season 4.
I like season 3. I remember liking season 3.
That's the mall, right?
Yeah, it's the mall one.
Yeah, you can skip that one.
No, I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, good luck, Frank.
Just like I'm looking forward to Jujutsu Kaisen.
I bet you are, Frank. I bet you are.
Oh. I was going to say when you were talking about it, I remember it took me a long time to start liking Jujutsu Kaisen. Like 10 episodes.
I was gonna say, what was the turning point for you on that one?
I don't know. I gotta watch it again. I wanted to say something so bad, but then I was like, I don't remember it.
And to be somewhat fair, I also don't remember the first few episodes of that show. I just remember thinking like, I don't get this show, and kept saying that every episode. I don't get the show. I
remember thinking it was like, it's not clicking for me. It's not not that I didn't understand it. It's just like it wasn't drawing my attention.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I was like, okay, I kind of see why it. My cousin likes it. Well, to me, people are my cousin.
It's like the Ray can explain. It's kind of like a poor man's version of Yu Yu Hakusho with more emo.
Well, there's that too.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Stranger Things season 1 was it's a little more silly than I remember. So I was like, wow, did I change or did they change this on me?
Went back and re-edited.
And it's a lot more not child friendly than I remember.
Yeah, because I was more. Yeah.
I was thinking of watching it with my niece, and I'm like, wait, nope, you can't watch that.
Yeah, I would have been like, well, Frank, let me point out 1 or 2 of these scenes to refresh your memory.
No. And lastly, I watched The Marvels.
Yeah. So we found him, Miles. We found the one guy who's seen The Marvels. You do exist, Frank. You're a real person.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. It was funny.
Disney is very happy with you.
I mean, they better be. I have the stock.
I was gonna say, one. Yeah, they gave it to you after renting the theater.
Yeah, you saved them for one more paycheck for this week.
It wasn't. I mean, I hadn't heard bad stuff about it, but I'm like, nah. There was only one thing that I kind of thought was too silly. No, 2 things. But one was the singing.
Oh no.
And then 2 were the cats, which.
Still doing the cats, are we?
So I'm like, I didn't really get those 2 parts. But other than that, I liked it. I mean, it's what I expect from those movies. Some light humor, some nice animation. And I mean, I come to think that the parts I enjoy the most are like the post credits. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen in the next movie?
Well, yeah, well, right. That was always the appeal. Like, whoa, but when's the real Marvel movie happening?
Then you stay there like, okay, there's has to be 2 of them, right? Is there a third one? You know, you sit there in the theater waiting for the credits to end.
Oh, right. How many credits? And is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
It made me want to watch some of the earlier stuff because I'm like, damn, I think I'm missing some stuff here.
I was gonna say, have you seen all the? Have you seen the shows that show the other Marvels?
No, I haven't seen the one with the little girl.
WandaVision.
The WandaVision.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was her until she said it. I walked through the thing. Oh, that was you.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't recognize you.
Well, that was a few years ago too.
Because I would have never figured it out.
Well, and that's a problem I think with that movie. The way how Disney was portraying that movie is that
they expect you to watch everything.
They want the content,
and they weren't movies.
Yeah, but I feel like who's gonna bother doing that if you should go to the movies like I don't need require me to watch other stuff to maybe the comic books. You know, I doesn't require me to read this and this before I get to this. You know, it's just like it was very well. They did a lot of bad marketing on the movie. And just
I just think I hate to say it, but I just don't think that movie it doesn't have enough attention or interest for mass audiences. That's when we should just put on the Disney Plus and walk away.
I think I'll say what I liked about it. Just
hit me.
What I liked about it was I'm not sure if this is the right word. The dynamic between the little Marvel and
the big Marvel.
I got it. The
big, medium, small, large.
I don't want to say the white one, because there's the.
And what if you're colorblind, Frank?
All right. I remember her name now.
That helps.
What I liked was the dynamic between Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the other one was called Professor Marvel, even though she denied it.
I forget. Yeah, I don't even know.
It was cool because I didn't know they knew each other, but
Miss Marvel, she's a fan of.
Yeah, and Captain I thought Marvel. That was funny. Like all the scenes they had together.
I see.
That was enjoyable. The Professor Marvel or the Invisible Woman, she was okay. Sometimes I feel like she was too like you had a stick up her butt. Like, come on. But other than that, I just kept thinking, God, Samuel L. Jackson must be so rich, coming out in every single Marvel movie.
He's doing all right for himself, I think.
I was just like, how much? I was just thinking that's incredible because I don't know. And then Star Wars and like, I just for 10 minutes I was thinking about Samuel L. Jackson.
It just dawned on you now. This guy's been acting for like forever in Hollywood. Hey, this guy probably does all right.
The man's doing well.
He's doing all right for himself, I think. Yeah. I think he's doing all right.
And then the other thing that happened was I went to the movies to watch this movie. And the screen was black. And I was like, hey, something's wrong here. Like, the movie didn't start. Like, no previews, nothing.
Oh.
And then these people came in. They were like, oh, see, we're not late. We're early. And you were worried. There was like this whole family.
Oh.
And it's like, shut up. You're going to disturb everybody. And I just wanted to tell them, like, yeah, it's not working. Something's wrong.
Oh, okay.
So then, like, I didn't want to go out because I was checking the scores.
The important things.
Yeah. And then I'm like, somebody should really go out there. I kept thinking.
Be nice if someone to go tell someone that the projector isn't working.
And then finally I saw somebody get up. I'm like, yes, there you go.
You go get him, hero.
He's the hero.
Yeah, and Franco gets his phone and checks the score.
And I checked and Notre Dame is down. Anyways, 10 minutes later someone came in. Oh yeah, we're having projector problems. Go to the guest service and you'll be compensated, but we're gonna start the movie soon. I'm like, all right, cool.
There you go.
They started
get a popcorn or a free ticket, or did you get something?
I didn't go.
Oh, come on, Frank, get the freebie.
No, it's just like I understood things happen, you know.
And that's when you get paid. Welcome to America. No. People make mistakes, and then you get paid.
I need to save AMC money because I also have their stock.
All right, Frank. All right.
And then they would start, and then it was just like laggy. Like suddenly it paused. I'm like,
oh, Miss Marvel.
No, not that bad.
It remind me, Ray.
If only Iron Man was here.
The already we were watching was it Endgame or no? Or was it Infinity?
Oh, did that happen to you in that movie?
It happened like the second or third time we were watching because we were bored.
Third time.
We did see it a few times.
But like, you know, I think we were like, it was a blank screen, but the music was playing. when the audio was playing, but there was
I
no
feel like it was
screen.
a different movie. Maybe it was that movie.
It was like Infinity War or Endgame was one of those two. One of the two. We were watching it like because we were bored in theater, and the projector wasn't on, but it had the audio playing. So like when we know what's going on, but there's no screen or anything like that.
I just remember the second Pokemon movie when the film burned on us.
Oh my god!
Pokemon Bonanza.
You literally saw the screen and poor Ash Ketchum got melted by Charizard's flame.
Yeah.
It was like 4D or something.
Yeah, it was like the kitchen out was like
That was a hell of a flamethrower.
That was like the 2/3 in the movie. It was getting to the final class.
Yeah, they're like, okay, Pikachu,
final
let's
arc
go
of
get
the-
him. And then became Bonanza there or something.
Oh man!
Someday we'll watch that. I want to watch.
Never
that
did see the ending of that movie since then.
Well, it wasn't that exciting for me. It was just pausing. But okay, I have a small bladder, and I have trouble when I go to movies because I'm like, am I gonna make it?
Gonna make it.
Am I gonna make it? Am I have to watch this twice? I didn't make it, but I was glad that I had those pauses. I'm like, okay, go.
Yeah, go.
Sadly, the pause was not that long, and I missed part of the movie. But
Whew, that sure was crazy. That sure was. We'll never show that again. Oh, that was crazy, Miss Marvel. Wow, that was crazy.
Well, you were there to watch it.
pretty much what they said.
That was the best thing we. That was the best thing we ever done. The MCU.
Yeah. This will be a future later on. But I hope someone watching will know this will have a point moment later on in the MCU. But you've seen it, right, guys? Yeah, we've seen it.
You didn't go to the bathroom, did you?
Yeah, so that was my experience of watching Marvel. It was interesting.
Apparently, a lot of twists and turns. Sounds like
That's good. I liked it.
it's a hell of a road trip.
And that's it. That's my
All
week
right, that's
or
it.
weeks.
All right, now we get to the finale, the climax. My week. Yeah.
All joy.
Let's start with something simple, something light. So I finished Like a Dragon Ishin. See, I got it right this time.
Yay.
That was a game that should have stayed in PS3.
Perhaps.
And also they skipped. Well, I can't just.
Well,
they skipped They kind of went like I kid you not. They literally like, okay, we're gonna fight for our country. 2 or 3 years passed. Oh, that was a fight.
we sure give him a try, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like no mention of the war, the major situation, none of the what really happened.
Yeah, sometimes you lose them, I guess.
And it was a very weird ending. Like, huh? What? We're all accurate, but now you're like, oh, but that's touchy feely stuff. Really, like the moment I found the Kenshin reference.
Yay.
But I guess it's funny because but we're making sure no one knows who this guy is, lets you know who the character is.
A very deep wink and nod, perhaps.
Yeah, so but we're not gonna mention this guy's name at all. Yeah, that was something.
That was like a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just I guess because in similar vein as Ray mentioned earlier, I also watched some of picks that Ray chose last time.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
he got you back.
Crossover.
So
Tell
I watched the ones that he was something that I guess I would enjoy.
I like this show, though. Wait, I'm saying, I like this show.
You get him back. He's lying to you. Trying to
Uh,
butter you up.
False sense of security.
La Frontier, which pretty much is a guy and a bird going around, and he's OP in the game with putting nothing but stats to speed and crit.
There you go.
Crit.
That's all you
Just
need.
keep-
The Frank
just keep
build.
going. And just
And that's how you build Pinette.
There you go.
and
I guess I'll try that next
using
time.
literally no armor, or basically little to nothing, no armor.
Unnecessary.
Just keep running, just keep going, dodge, and just
Best
crit,
plan.
crit hit all the time.
Always works.
My only downside is, I guess I never I thought about that because this guy plays nothing but trash games. He likes playing like Ray's playing like trash VR games and whatnot. But he's like, you know what? I'm kind of bored. Let's try an S tier game. And it's like
There's no story reason to just
no
change
reason.
it.
Just like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm gonna play something else. But don't you love playing trash? It's not the point. It was just very weird.
It's a quick throwaway line to set up. Oh, that's why he's really good in the video games, though.
Yeah. It's very well animated.
That's true.
Alright, like the open ending are both pretty good. Yeah, but it's pretty much a guy who literally like he fights a character you shouldn't fight with. And says, as long as I crit hit and run, I get poisoned. Just keep running to the safe station. Just keep running towards it. I'll be fine. Just like, I don't need health potions, things like that. That's from cowards.
And that's what I like about that show and that character, the fact of he is OP, but like he is not invincible at the same time. He can die and does indeed die in the first few episodes. So it's kind of refreshing because we're so many of these fantasy and SAO video game stories where there's similar things and like we just don't lose and we never lose. But like it's not interesting if they never lose.
Oh no! At the point the meta's probably looking at that headset. Man, I wish we could make that one day.
There you go.
The VR headset just all night canteen. No head. No, just put yourself in. Just relax. And
I'll update you on my Meta 3. Perhaps I'm getting closer to there.
So that was interesting. Then I watched the other one, 16-bit Sensation, Another Layer.
Oh, two of them.
Yeah. That one's a little weirder in the sense that, I don't know, like, exactly what's going on other than, like, trying to tell shenanigans. And also some nice references.
A lot of naughty stuff.
Floppy, does you put the floppies in?
Computers be old, yo.
That's why, like, whenever there's just Windows 96, like, I first sure Windows was before that, but I guess they're...
Sure.
My only issue with that one is, I don't know why I feel like the girl protagonist is kind of, she sounds too young.
Well, she's got an anime voice, but which female lead doesn't have anime voice?
But, like, I guess I feel like she was more older, I guess, because she was, like, 19, but, like, she sounds like she's in high school still, but she isn't. So it's like kind of weird.
What is it, like 2-year difference between the two?
No, it's like a 3-year difference, I think. Something like that. I don't know.
I'm 18. I'm 19.
Hey. If you see a picture of a normal and you see like Jotaro, I mean, come on. No, that it was also 15, right?
Not cool enough to smoke though, apparently.
Yeah. But other than that, I appreciate the open endings in that one's like it's a hit and miss.
Whatevers.
I was expecting the ending, for Christ's sake, like if you do it by 4x3, it would have sold this a lot better.
Uh-huh.
But it said no. It's like, I don't know, it's very weird. Is now Aniplex joints, so they're going, oh, there's that. Any Aniplex Aniplex shows
$2.
It's like, oh, that's if you want to play the show, good luck. Because that's but over that one's okay. I think the Shanghai Frontier has a little more in the running, I guess. You can see that's more of a, I guess that's more watchable, I guess, to me, I guess.
Well, then blame Frank because he canceled it.
There you go.
Whoa, what did I do?
I tried to give the people Fangri-la Frontier, Frank, but then you said no.
Oh, well,
power corrupts, absolutely.
Frank's like, wait, I don't understand. That was the wrong mic, right? That was what is this time? It was the wrong mic.
Old Mike Frank.
Old Mike Frank. There you go. That's new Mike Frank. Was never said.
New Mike Frank wouldn't do that anymore.
I'm a new man.
I'm a new microphone.
Yeah, I'm more clear now.
No more cheating.
I've been in the HD era.
That was cheating, Frank.
Okay, I'll remember this.
I'll forget.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
I might do it again.
No promises.
But I feel like that's a show. I think you can watch that. And everyone, if you not understand game mechanics, it's a pretty fun show, and it does count the fact that it's not trying to take itself too seriously either. It knows like, but also realistically making sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess the last thing I did is I literally today I finished Final Fantasy 15.
This is what I was looking forward to.
Clap.
At least someone was.
So this game.
Yay.
This game. This game.
You're getting a headache there, or what's going on?
I'm getting a headache already. So last time, this whole Frank semi-spoiling me on how this game's gonna go. And
I'm so sorry. I just I have a big mouth. Like
that was old Frank.
Things come out.
Yeah, old Mike Frank.
Old Mike for Frank.
Quarter pounder mouth.
But I felt like this game. I think we were trying to do a lot like this. Easy could be like a game like split like the 3 different parts, kind of like a Telltale kind of thing or something like that. Like you could this is this arc, and then cut that off and come back to this arc. But so just trying to cram everything all together. When you get the payoff moment at the end, you're like, but this was only I only was like here for like a minute, and now I'm supposed to. Here's the touchy-feely moment about all of us. We've been here a long ago, guys. It's been a long journey, and it's like it happened like about like the last like 10 minutes of this game. It's kind of weird. There's also the Dragon Ball / the Dragon Ball fight at the end, which is kind of weird.
Dragon Ball Z.
I was gonna say specify, please.
Well, because you're flying around.
They're just flying now.
They're flying around.
Is that a thing they can do in this game, in this world?
Well,
yeah.
The final battle, yeah. You fly around.
Have you been flying before this game or before this fight?
You fly a couple chapters in chapter 10 a bit, but
then I guess it's not a total surprise.
But also, you see the Kingdom Hearts nods here and there of like here's a circle pattern here. There's the glass in the window in the bottom. There's a lot of fights of teleporting back and forth, damaging hits, and it's not as long as you keep pressing circle, you'll be fine.
But did you kill his nobody or is heartless?
I don't know exactly what this guy is because the game doesn't tell me what this guy is, and apparently you're supposed to play the DLC of this guy to understand his backstory. But if you're playing, the whole game, like this guy, like he's basically like I guess even like Sephiroth somehow, like he's like this entity. It's like a powerful entity, but he isn't. But he is. I don't know. I need to play the DLC to tell you because I have no idea.
He's like, from what I remember from him, he was like this whatever character. They kind of made him like. I feel like they wanted to make him a bit Joker-esque.
Yeah.
And then he became more important, and it's like, I didn't care.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Because at the end of the day, right, Frank, you see me play the game, it's like why am I? What's the end game here? What is this? Like, you know?
Yeah, they wanted you to care about him, and it's like, oh yeah, oh spoilers. Oh yeah, he's related to me.
No.
Yay. And it's like
not evil brother, no.
Wasn't he like this old ancestor that survived a long time?
He's an ancestor who
I see Naruto.
Who kept his grudges over the years, and he's now he's trying to.
It's Madara.
That's what I say.
So it's.
Does he also bust out the string gun?
It doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense unless like you're supposed to. Like watch the movie or play the DLCs because I guess that's where the story beats of it is. But no, if you play the game straight through, like just base game only, it doesn't make a lick of sense. And you feel like at the end of the day, when you get to the climax and the whole like, well, that was an adventure, guys. You're kind of going like, what? Like you're too busy trying to compute what was going on the last like 10 minutes of the show. Like I don't know. I really don't know how to describe it. How it ends.
Does it not make sense? Because I remember it not making sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's like I mentioned, right? It's a Kingdom Hearts homage. Homage to Kingdom Hearts, so light, dark, and now he was do the light thing, so that way to save the light from the world, so the world comes back to normal.
God help us.
Have you played it, Ray?
I have not played this game.
Okay, so I cannot say too much about it then.
Yeah, but I guess there's just light, darkness, and light must restore the light.
Unless you don't care.
I'm pretty indifferent at this point.
Okay, so I can spoil it. Okay,
but spoilers for everyone. Spoiler alert. There'll be a time marker for you. Everyone out there wants to avoid this.
Okay, I have a lot of questions.
All right.
Okay, so
I'm going into the beer. I'll be back.
Wouldn't you agree that it would have been better if they would have incorporated more Luna Freya into the game?
Yeah.
Like she was super important, and suddenly like, oh, gone. Like what?
Got places to be.
And like, the way how they treat some of the characters in this game, in which like that hint at her, oh, she's betrothed, she's an important character. I swear, guys, we're gonna meet her eventually. I kid you, like one chapter we meet her, next chapter done.
Yeah,
and it's like, but look at this impact of the emotional impact. I barely got to know who she is.
Now the other thing, does it make sense for him to die at the end, or why did that have to happen? I'm processing still to this moment, doing this podcast right now. I'm trying to process what the heck just happened, because I guess in order to start the darkness, he had to sacrifice himself and all the king's abilities so that way the light could be restored. I don't know. I mean, it was a nice like scene at the end where they were like together.
Yeah.
Which was like, do you know this girl? Like, do you like her?
And it's just so weird because like the whole story is supposed to be about going on a trip with your buddies and you're trying to save the world, but also you're trying to learn about how this group works, right?
And then the girl got in the way.
They always do.
I did. Does it make sense, or is my crazy that the part where they ask you to pick a picture?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter because I took a lot. I saved a lot of pictures during my journey.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I chose one picture, and that's the picture you chose at the end when you get your certificate of completion.
No, what I was trying to say is like, do you think it adds to like, okay, say you just do the story, and you go straight to the ending. You will have one or two pictures, whatever.
Yeah.
Does it add to it that you do all the side quests and you spend all these times with your? Because for me, it was like, I did everything, and And I was looking at the picture. I'm like, oh, this is a nice moment. Look at all these pictures. I didn't know I was gonna have to look at them.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and let me pick my favorite one and pick. So that's why I was saying, like, I feel like the ending was not a lot, but slightly better because I did all the side quests, and I feel like.
Oh yeah, no, the ending montage is fine. They're like the English song at the end. But the thing at the end of the day is that you kind of after he stops. They had the big fight at the end, and all of a sudden now I think, oh, he's gonna go save his throne and save the kingdom, whatnot. Oh no, he's gonna sacrifice himself and save the kingdom. But it didn't make any sense. Like what?
I also felt that the part where like the time skip part.
Yeah.
I felt that should have been way longer.
Oh yeah, no, they built it to be like it's like a 10-year gap, and it's like, well, I want to explore this world. I want to explore
because it looked cool.
How the world changed in 10 years.
It should have been like half of it should have been that, and half of it should have been.
Yeah, like, so you easily could make this game to 2 games. You end the game like part 1 when he gets into the crystal, and then no, that's it. And then what's gonna happen? Then you come back in the second game, and and the world's changed. There's more monsters, things like that. Your stats carry over, kind of like. Similar, I think. I guess Final Fantasy VII. What's it called? The new one does it not remake? It's Rebirth, right?
Yes.
That one doesn't carry stats from remake.
No, to my understanding.
Yeah, so never mind. I guess that wouldn't work because that'd be weird. How can you transfer all your stuff from one game to the other?
Mass Effect.
Oh well, not everyone wants to do Mass Effect, I guess, or that's a lot of work.
Cowards.
Yeah, that too. But at the end of the day, you scratch your head. You go like, oh, this is a Kingdom Hearts ending. And you just kind of just want to walk away. And that's it. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Light and darkness. The lights come back to the world. And
I feel like, I feel like I could have done a better job.
And also, that's why I think, because I've been playing through the PS5, playing a PS4 game, and I lost textures the last battle. Like, I keep losing textures on the floor. So, like, because they're high res textures, like, because I guess PS5 upgrades or something like that.
I didn't know they had an upgrade for PS5.
They don't, but
oh, wait, huh?
The game had a hard time rendering the last room I was in.
That's more of just a PlayStation 4 problem now.
Yeah, probably. But like I kept losing textures, so every time I fight enemies, all of a sudden like people start looking bland, and because the game can't keep up with it. I guess. But it was weird because I never seen a game do that, which like I'll keep losing textures like literally the last room I was in.
You don't play enough PC games apparently.
Yeah, probably. So overall, yay, finish. I feel like I'm right over here. It's like I'll probably play the DLC even though I probably shouldn't. And then I guess get ready for 16 when that eventually comes to our doorstep.
I think it should have today, in fact.
Oh, of course you tell me now. But yeah, so I finished 2 games now. No, I guess now my slate is now clean slate.
Yay!
So who knows where I go to next?
Looking forward to it.
So I guess that ends our week segment. So now we'll move on to a little bit of news we have around here. Reporter Ray will let us know what's hot, what's hip, what did we miss?
This just in: Final Fantasy. It's a lot of nonsense. Also in breaking news
and buckles.
A lot of all the buckles. If it's a normal game, more buckles, I say. Let's see. What do I have here? So in anime news, I have Gurren Lagann returns to theaters in 2024 somehow, because it is a new remastered in 4K and in 4D. Woo!
4D, there you go.
All the fours. Bring out all the fours for Gurren Lagann. And they're going to be playing the movie versions, not the TV show version, because that makes a lot more sense. In January, so if that's something you're interested in, they are playing here in the States in select theaters in the time of January. Like I said, there's different for movie 1 and 2. Watch movie 2. I
watched movie 1. I still don't know what's going on.
Speaking about things they cramped a lot in, they did a lot in the first movie. In the second movie, though, they actually took the best parts of the second half of the story and fixed them and make them better. And with better animation, too. So it's a win-win. So go watch the second movie of Gurren Lagann come 2 months from now.
We got to watch part 1 of Gurren Lagann TV show-wise, then watch
I suppose.
I didn't even know they had a movie.
There is indeed 2 movies. Though they're basically compilations of the TV show. So you're not missing too much. What else do I have here? I have... Oh, this was kind of weird and funny. So Togashi apparently announced a what-if scenario of a possible ending up to Hunter x Hunter.
Sure. So the checks, his wife, I guess the Sailor Moon check didn't cash in this week.
Yeah, I guess not. The cafe had to be delayed because of construction issues. So he's like, oh shit, I have to make some news and headlines this week. And I guess for whatever reason, he felt like sharing today of all days of this week and year. Maybe I should mention a possible thing for this show that I'm never going to finish. And because I'm probably going to die before I finish it, which is pretty morbid and depressing. And yet sadly probably not wrong either. So I don't know. It's just kind of like confused because like it's not like it's just like recently he's like gone on this.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to die soon. Oh, okay. Thank you.
But it's just also weird. It's like he's been doing this for like years, maybe even decades at this point. So just find it weird that now he's like, maybe I should do something. I'm like, and plus it's like, well, you could always just like tell people the story and then they could draw it for you.
Or you could finish the manga.
There's that, I don't know. People say he's like, he has, he suffers from back pain or something of the sort. But I'm like, maybe that's true. And honestly, if it's like really that bad, maybe just like cancel the show or get someone to finish the show for you. And you don't have to be the show if he's in that much pain. So, but I'm also not a Hunter x Hunter fan. Breaking news, I know. Same guy doesn't like Jujutsu Kaisen, also doesn't like Hunter x Hunter. But I just thought that was funny in the news that this week that happened in Japan. And
I actually did hear about that, and I read it.
Oh yeah,
did you read it?
I just heard like a summary.
Oh, you didn't.
I don't know the details.
Yeah, it was weird the way you didn't read what he wrote.
Mm-mm.
He said he has 4 scenarios for the ending.
Oh yes, I heard that part.
And I'm like, the way he wrote it, basically, this is how I understood it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give you the crappiest one.
Basically, yes. The one he shared is the one he says he's not doing.
And he said, but if I die, take it as canon.
And that, yeah, basically. That was like the weird thing. It's like, this is probably not what's going to happen, but I guess if I die, yeah, sure, this is the ending then, I'm going to say.
So it's like Attack on Titan over again? Like, well, this ending might happen. Oh, they don't like that one? Okay, this is the ending.
Maybe, since I have not seen the anime version.
I could see, I mean,
I don't even know the manga version.
I could see it be like, all right, we're going to release this as the first ending, and then, we'll make another one, like, second ending.
Yeah, probably. Why not? Also, Sagashi is not known for his great endings. You look at Yu Hakusho.
And I did not like the ending, what he wrote.
Yeah, I didn't. The little, like I said, summary-wise I read, I won't get into because of spoilers. I'm like, oh, and granted, I only know what the anime does. I haven't read the manga since then, so I'm just kind of like, sure.
You can read the Shonen Jump app.
There you go. I don't know. But like I said, I'm not a fan of the series, so of course I don't like it.
Yeah, that was you said the perfect word, morbid. When I was like, wait, why are you saying this? This is not good.
It's I guess the Berserk is a little too close to home, perhaps, which that one really actually does sadden me. Boo. Speaking about depressing things, The Last of Us Part 2 is getting remastered for PS5. Yay! More zombies and punching people in the face and killing everyone.
Didn't they upgrade that though for the PS5?
So there is a remaster you could just straight out and buy if you have not purchased the previous release on PS4. But if you are owners of the PS4 copy, like I am, there is a $10 upgrade charge where you can enjoy the new remastered version of Part 2 on your PS5 using your PS4 disc, which they have done before. Which is still funny because I feel like that was the thing like we've done like the last year or two, but
yeah,
we haven't done it.
We haven't done a while because everyone's like, why with them?
Right, we've already transferred over to the new gen, and yet here's yet another thing transferring. Well, how many years are we gonna pass till we're like officially in the current gen?
Until everyone's not losing their jobs, probably. Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, there's also that a lot of bad news in that front on the news that I skipped this week, but yeah. So yeah, that's I like Part 2. The thing, there's a narrative thing I won't get into because of spoilers. But if they did something narratively much different, I think that would have been actually a great game and a great story. But because they got scared, they kind of ruined, I think, what could have potentially been an amazing story beat. And then the last thing I have on my list, or I guess second to last thing, kind of, there's a new Shantae game coming next year, which is good news.
Was it new? I thought it was a
Well, and that's the thing. So it is a new game. But apparently it is an old game that they were originally going to release for the Game Boy Advance way back in the day. But because of whatever issues, that never happened. But I guess all these years later, they're going to finally put it out on, the Switch and PS5 and every modern consoles. So if you're a Shantae fan, which you should be if you're a platformer fan, look forward to this. And it looks just like a GBA game from back in the day. So it's pretty cool. Not a GBA fan?
Well, it's just like, I guess it's cool, but I thought they would update it.
A brand new brand. Yeah, it's more of a retro
But
vibe.
I figure, but that's the point. The point is like look what we do back then. Also, there's a lot of sprite work.
And probably it's a lot cheaper to put this out in a brand new game.
That's what I was thinking.
Also, we get with the money with this, Frank. Then we get the real new Shantae. All right, it's all stepping.
Yeah, wait for it.
Did I sound disappointed?
A little bit.
I meant to sound happy.
Okay.
This microphone.
It's the we're still adjusting it. Got to adjust it. Yeah, we're fixing it. I'll fix all.
Yeah, just to make sure you change Frank's line so that was more polite than Frank.
There you go. I got the knobs here. I got so many knobs here. It's got to find the right knob.
Crank up the enthusiasm.
There you go. I got the Frank knob. I got to label it Frank knob. There it is. Okay. There we go. Got it just right. And then I guess the last bit of news, and I thought a little bit fun, interesting thing to talk about for a sec. It was the fact that we have the Game Awards, gentlemen, just around the corner. The official, whatever you want to take out of it. But I just thought, out of curiosity, since we dabble with the video games on this podcast itself, the two categories of note, though I think I know. Well, so here it is. So the two categories I pulled out just in front of you, see everyone's reactions and thoughts. Best RPG, Frankie, just for you. We have Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. Frank, what are you feeling about this nomination list, and what's looking good, what's looking bad?
Sea of Stars is looking good. 16 is looking good, and then the other ones I don't know what they are.
You don't know what they are. Okay. I was curious if by chance maybe you've played them.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I have not played any of these. Though the Lies of P still has my interest just because it reminds me of Bloodborne, and
that's a tough one. I mean, just speaking of the two that I know.
Final Fantasy and Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
Old school and new school, Frank.
Yeah, it's like apples and oranges. How can you?
There can only be one, Frank.
I'll have to think about that one.
Think about it, Frank. Think about it. I hear a lot of good things about this Baldur's Gate 3, though I have no idea. Well, apparently it's an RPG, but I like gameplay and what you do and blah, blah, blah. I don't understand. Instead of like, your choices matter and this and that, it's really focused on the role-playing stuff.
Sure.
But I don't know.
As Mass Effect, everyone else who said it before, your choices matter. Sure.
We'll see, but I don't know. I hear nothing but good things about it. So next Black Friday sale, perhaps.
Who doesn't like roleplay?
Is that only on the Xbox, right? Or is that, it's like only like...
No, I think it's on everything.
Okay, because I guess I thought it was only like certain release for now.
No, that was a while ago because it had like early access for like a long time.
Okay,
but this is officially like released now, all these years later. Apparently, it was worth the wait. So yay for that. And then the Game of the Year category, gentlemen. I think some of these played a few. Well, I guess mostly me. Now I think about it. We have Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2.
No, God, get it out.
All right, I guess we know what Frank feels about it.
That's just like, they must have paid or something.
That's Sony Marvel money. RE4, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and of course Tears of the Kingdom to run up our best games of the year.
I know the RE4, according to Ray, was pretty good.
I did have a very good time playing that.
Wonder is pretty fantastic.
Even the little bit I played of that, it's been very wonderful.
The Zelda game, compared to every in that category, it might be a lower, like, it might not make it. I don't think, because at the end of the day, the game's pretty much
Breath of the Wild
2, like 2.0 or something like that. It's not really not a new game per se. It's like a DLC add-on.
Can you say the list again real quick?
It's Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario, and Zelda.
Oh, God damn.
I'll make the argument for Wonder, because Wonder actually does. It's like a traditional Mario thing, but also, it wasn't afraid to change
the formula
and actually do more creative things with it.
Is Zelda the only one you've actually played out of this list, Frank?
I mean, if you count the original Resident Evil 4, then no. But then you could say the same thing about Mario if you count the original.
I suppose.
Jeez. I don't know. I guess I would pick Zelda. But that's probably because it's the only one on the list that I played. But I can see what you mean. Like, I have the same issue with Resident Evil 4 that Miles said about Zelda.
It's just,
but it like with Resident Evil 4, it's like a huge.
Yes.
So I don't know. Can we skip this year?
Skip this. Take a pass. Hopefully, you're not gonna feel like that when we get to our own best games of the year, Frank.
I mean,
they're around the corner.
I mean, if you're twisting my arm,
Twist.
Zelda.
All right. Zelda boy. For myself at this moment, so Alan Wake, I'm very excited about. Haven't played it. Baldur's Gate, I heard nothing but praise. Spider-Man, I did dabble in it, but it did seem, and granted, I only spent like the first few hours, but it did seem like, it's just more Spider-Man, which I do like, but
Same thing as Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, but I feel
copy and paste.
Right. Yeah. I guess
Mary Jane is still there. We gotta
get rid of her.
This is the worst.
The worst redhead, confirmed.
She has longer hair. Ooh, more to hate.
Wow.
But Wonder was pretty cool, and I'm a big platformer nerd, so that gets high star marks. And the RE4 is RE4, and I constantly kept saying I was waiting for it to drop the ball meme, and it never did. And Zelda, I did like Zelda a lot. I did like it more than Breath of the Wild. But honestly, at this moment in time, if I had to pick one, I'd probably still stick with RE4. I just think my expectations were so low, and yet it delivered it, and I feel like no game did that except that game. Since I expected Zelda to be good, and
I don't mind that pick. Like,
right. But
as long as Zelda, Mario, or Resident Evil,
basically not Spider-Man.
The last three you mentioned, any of those three, I'd say that we had a good year.
We did it right.
I say society is going towards.
we're on the right timeline. We've done it.
Yeah. If not,
get me out of here. Eject.
It's gonna be
a cold winter.
There's probably a good chance that I might pick Alan Wake 2 when I get there, because I'm very excited to play the game as well. And it's only been like 12 years since the first game. So it should be worth the wait, apparently. Everyone keeps telling me, and then if it sucks, I'm going to cry. All right, and that is it for my news of this week, gentlemen.
All right, so that, I guess we'll now go to our main topic for it, which is things that we're thankful for. Grateful for. That's thankful.
You could do both.
Potato. So, I guess... okay, I guess I'll go first. It'll be easier to break the ice.
Oh, get the example out for everyone out there.
So for me, the first game I think of is, well, I guess the game series I think of is the Yakuza games. Because when everything shut down a couple years ago because of the virus stuff, and I was home basically having I wouldn't say couch potato, but I wasn't being very productive. I did play. I literally was like, you know what? Since I think literally Remastered of 2, 3, and 4 were coming out, and the way how we had 0 and things that I could play these games chronologically if I wanted to, or I mean, timeline wise chronologically. And so I went through 0, went through Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2. Then I think I think I finished those games literally in time for 3, 4, 5 to come out. Played those. Played 6, unfortunately. Then also time so I could play 7.
According to plan.
But it gave me through, and I managed to get all those games done before I had to go back to work. But that is something to keep my me occupied during I guess for me, it's not much. I know other people have rougher time than I did with it, but it kind of helped me deal with being at home for that long into period, not more worried about bills and things like that, because wasn't able to work.
2020 was a long year for many out there.
So that's my first thing, I guess.
That makes sense. That checks out.
Nice.
Any raise hands for us going next?
All right, so I'll go next. Speaking about something more recently, thing that come to mind is last year was a tough year on multiple regards for me. The biggest thing of last year was working on this current space we're in, recording this podcast episode. I kind of remodeled basically this room and this half of this house we're currently in. And those were long days of work, going to work, and then coming here, getting up, cleaning up, painting walls, getting paint, painting ceilings, moving furniture, figuring out measurements, and just really long, miserable nights, sleeping on the floor, no, heater or AC, just long, tough times, like throughout the whole year. It was a, really long process. A lot of memories as well. I won't get into too many details, but this is this isn't a new home. And the thing I thought back about it, that was the thing that brought a smile to my face throughout the year, was playing Persona 5 Royale on the PS4 at the time. Because Persona 5, all the games are very long games. So there's like 100 hours plus games, depending on how nerdy you get about them. And technically, this would have been my third playthrough Persona 5, but the first time playing the Royal Edition with all the new stuff. And it is significantly different, easily the better game. Don't play 5 anymore, kids. Play the Royal Edition.
Always a class. Don't play 4, don't play 3. Always play the newer ones.
Yeah, play the golden version, the master piece, the final
Not
version.
Ava 3.1, the Ava 3.1.12 or 3. Or
well, that's a whole different thing. I'm not talking about Ava's. That's Miles over there. He's over there.
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
You're crazy, Frank. You're crazy if you think the original Persona 5 is better than Royal.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the gameplay is definitely better on Royal, but I just feel like Royal ruins a lot for me, like story wise. Having Akechi there is like for me a big red flag.
Oh, I kind of prefer to.
Okay, it's nice for me. It's nice as a second playthrough. It's nice as a second try. Because, okay, but as a first try, I had no clue. And I'm not like you where I'm like always constantly trying to see what's going to happen. And if having Akechi there, I think as a first playthrough, it'll be like, this guy hanging around too much.
Oh, so like the mystery part, you mean?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, that was ruined for me instantly in the first playthrough.
Yeah, see, that's why, like, I'm not like you, but if I play Royal, I might have figured it out.
Yeah, I guess it's more obvious, but I don't know. I didn't think the mystery part was that good or interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It's pretty obvious for one.
Well, you got to think about normal people,
the normal fans out there.
Not
the Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Well, you dissect everything though.
But it's just the game in general. Like it was because I remember the original playthrough. And it was very comfort and reassuring. And it was like meeting old friends again, especially when, like I said, when I was dealing with a lot of emotions working on this house. It was nice to see a friendly face, and then the extra like sad bit, but I could relate to going through similar sad moments is the fact that the new character in the Persona Royal version sadly passed away shortly after the release of that game. And it was just one of those things, kind of taking in the last guy's performance, if you will. It was like a lot of things I could relate to and appreciate, sadly, about a lot of things that are going on in real. It's like a very meta thing of things happening in the video game, of this guy playing this character, going through things. And then sadly, in real life, this guy sadly passed away.
Ooh.
I forget the doctor's name. The doctor, the Final Palace, for those who are familiar with the game.
I haven't played Royal, so.
Oh, you haven't played Royal, okay. The English dub voice actor sadly passed away, very young age. Yeah, so it was a lot of feelings and emotions going through it, especially because also he was in Three Houses as well. So it's like I've heard this guy's voice a lot in the last few years. So and like I said, same age makes you think, and like I said, a lot of feelings going on last year. But the comfort and thought of even in the worst times, that's the thing they're doing in most of Persona games. Like just got to push through it and get over these tough times and kind of face reality, face the truth, and overcome adversity. And that's a good message for all of them. And now I definitely needed it last year.
Now, seems like go to fight Holy Grail that's underneath the city.
Yeah, that happens. It's always time to fight a godlike being.
Yeah, as you do.
Good time. So yeah, that is my first thing I'm thankful for Persona 5 for real. So I think it sounds like it's your time at Frank. Up to bat, Frank.
Wow, I almost was gonna add that to my list because Persona 5, the original one, had a big impact on me too. Just a quick question: we were supposed to do this year or just overall?
No.
Okay. Just general.
It just so happens, he paid something recent, and I figured I'll go for something more recently too.
Because the way I did it,
it's like 3 years ago. What are you talking about?
I picked a game, an anime, a movie, something.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure Ray and Miles, just I think it needs to be said. Family. I was like, without my brother, my dad, my mom, like I don't know where I would be. So and then also you two, like, and Ivan that's missing.
Ivan, what do you think about that?
He's shy again.
I know people, but like I never hang out with anybody besides you two and Ivan that's missing. And I always joke like I don't have friends, but like if I'm honest, it's you two and Ivan. Yeah, I mean, literally today I was talking to somebody and they were telling me, "What are you gonna do today?" I'm going to my friend's house, and then she was like, "I thought you said you didn't have any friends."
Bum bum bum.
I'm like, "Yeah, I do." So yeah, just needed to get that out of the way.
Check the box.
And the first one, it's one game, but it's technically two. It's more like a console.
Oh.
And something I'm really thankful for is Nintendo. And because I don't know if it was my mom or dad, but somebody bought us a Nintendo, and it kind of like it was something for us to do. And I remember Zelda was our first game. I remember playing it, not turning off the Nintendo because we didn't know how to save.
Right.
And then like all these crazy things. We had this guidebook, and it was just really fun playing. Remember playing with my mom and my brother, and it was just one of the fondest memories I have. And also, like, that's not an easy game, and you kind of gotta like use your brain a little. But the game I wanted to mention specifically was Lolo.
Oh,
because have you played it?
A little, very little.
It's so hard, and it's like it makes you wanna, tear your hair out sometimes. We never actually beat it.
Oh.
But it's just, first I'm thankful because of the memories I got with my family.
Right.
And then second, I'm thankful that it wasn't an easy game. And it kind of like, I feel like, and it might sound silly, but I feel like playing games made me a smarter person.
No,
I can see that.
It does.
Because it's like,
you have to think.
Yeah, especially that one.
Yes, that is, I can see that.
For those who don't know, Lolo is like this puzzle game where basically you have to get a ball into a certain spot, but there's obstacles and enemies in the way, and it's pretty hard. So that one, because it started it all. It started
right.
Me liking games and Zelda and challenging games. This is why I go hard on Fire Emblem. So that's what I'm thankful for.
All right, that makes sense. Gotta start somewhere.
Let's see. I guess so. I guess we'll just keep doing this around the circle.
I guess so. That's what we're doing so far, so might as well keep going.
I know it's gonna sound silly, but so I guess mine is anime. The next one's anime. Is K-On!
Oh, okay.
No, that's not silly.
I know, but I'm waiting for the right rebuttal.
I'm just here.
As he's like, in his hands, ready to go. Here we go.
I look forward to hearing this story.
To me, because it's the first time I get to explore outside. Normally, I guess, like slice of life shows. I guess
outside.
Or no, my first time, I guess, going there. I guess.
A little late to the party, aren't we, pal?
Well,
2000 was that 2005, 6?
No, that was 2009.
Oh, you're right. That is later. My bad. That's even more embarrassing now.
Okay,
2008.
2008. My bad. 2008. But it's one of those shows that first time I have a show, like, I could put on any episode on, and I go, yeah, it's because usually you always watch anime, like, I guess, like sequential order. You never like put like a well, I guess maybe a Dragon Ball fight, right, or something like that, like a shonen fight or something like that. But it's first, like, I could put a random episode on, play shuffle, whatever, and I'll enjoy it no matter what episode goes on, And that it gets into, because most of the time back then, it mostly was. It was either I guess, or harem. Harem.
What are we talking? What about harems?
The other genre I was used to at the time. That, or like,
I guess you know. And I think about it, no, you did watch a decent amount back in the day.
Yeah, that's how I got like into the Kanad and all the other ones, right?
I suppose
back then. But anyway, but the first time I explored into like different genre I don't know about, and like, but all these girls like Ray always makes me play it. All these girls, they don't really do anything. They just sat around. They do cute little things. They just don't do anything. But that's the point, though. I want to enjoy something in which, like, I don't have to really think about what's going on. I don't have to think, this guy's battle level, or like this guy will win this fight. Who cares? Who cares with the story? Whatever. We're doing cute things. We're going to go have fun. I'm gonna have some tea and cake, and we maybe play some some music. We were supposed to.
Pretend like we're gonna play music.
The opening still a banger, even though like it's kind of a lie.
It's the biggest lie next to the Modoc opening.
But
Took him a sec.
But but it was fun, and then it got to Non Biori and like all the other
Cute girls doing cute things.
And that's that's when what, maybe this is the way.
So that's where it all went wrong. I see now.
So this is the way.
Now you know where to time travel to.
Exactly. Now I know how to fix this. I'll be back.
There you go. Hey, I play Dark Souls. All right, just to let you know.
Mm-hmm.
I finished. I played Dark Souls, so I can't play tough. No, I can't be tough when I want to, but maybe I just want to relax.
Maybe just one more foof. Was it Fwa time?
Fwa time.
I make fun of it because I've seen it.
I know it was funny though when she lost her voice, and it's like I lost my voice, but I could play both at the same time now.
Genius.
But no, that's another one for me, I guess, because that's what got me to a whole other genre I never was into before.
Well, there you go. Now we know. Let's see. I feel like now I gotta. What did I have on my? I'm trying to remember here. All right, I guess I'll do something somewhat similar with the fact of once again, as most kids, at least in America, at a young age, we got into anime through Toonami back in the day, showing your Dragon Balls, your Hakushos,
and your
Hamtaros, your Gundams, and everything else on the sun that, for whatever reason, someone bought the rights to it and they put it on television for us to watch after school. And so that's how I got into anime. But then after a while, when Dragon Ball Z was done, it was kind of like, oh shit! Now we've done it all. We beat it the best anime of all time, right?
We conquered the time. That's it. We're done.
And so after the drought, that's the way I would describe it. After Dragon Ball Z finished airing for us, many moons after the actual original airing, I was kind of like, well, what's anime? What's the new Dragon Ball? What am I supposed to do with? What is even a point to anime? What am I fighting for? I'd be playing right now if we had the soundboard working. And the answer was a GT. I could tell you that. That was my first thought. Watch the new, and then at the time, wait. This comes from Japan? What's all that about? Or sort of mine's being blown by realizing how this stuff works and where it comes from.
I argue probably to say GT's probably more watchable than Super, though.
That's something to debate, and me and Molly are not wrong. But, so yeah, that's the thing. It's like, well, GT sucks, so this can't be it. So it's almost to a point of I felt like for a year or two, I was kind of just gave up on anime and been like, well, we did it, folks. We beat the anime. We saw the Dragon Balls. There's nothing else to watch. There's nothing else to do. Anime's dead. Oh, well, we had a good run while we did. Until I stumbled upon this little ninja guy wearing his orange jumpsuit screaming, "Believe it." And that's when I discovered Naruto for the first time. And I went, there's we're not, it's not over, not game over just yet. Picked up another quarter, put it in the machine, and off to the anime town I went with this little blonde hair boy screaming with this silly headband, singing Deta Bayo and everything else. And I give Naruto a hard time, but honestly, it is my second love after Dragon Ball. It's the thing that got me back into anime, battle shonen for sure. And yeah, I just felt like it did everything Dragon Ball did, but made it better at the time. And still, I think the story beats Naruto as an actual character that I super related to at the time, being another loner bastard no one hung out with and this and that. So just Naruto himself as a character has clung me into episode 1 and this and that, and to see him grow and change and develop and become the cool Hokage he does many moons later. And honestly, when Naruto ended, I felt like another era of, anime, but then also my life kind of ended. So it felt like, I really grew up with Dragon Ball as a kid, but the second level era of my era, I felt like was during the Naruto run. And so that is why I am thankful for it, because it definitely was a part of my life and got me back into the whole media that is anime. And is something there's a reason why I still have all the books and I have all the anime episodes of that show, because I really, really like it, despite how much I tease it all the time. But
just Sasuke's a character anyway.
Well, Sasuke's still Sasuke. He's an asshole, but that he was told he was an asshole on day one, so nothing. At least he stayed on character. Wasn't totally changed when that happened. The Moon Lady is another question altogether that I'll save for another podcast that you could probably play right now. Me talking about Moon Lady, but yes, Naruto was indeed one of my favorite shows, and for those reasons, and I'm very thankful that Kishimoto made it. Perhaps Boruto, maybe we should just let that stay.
No, wait, but Kishimoto's back though now, so it'll be fine.
Maybe we should hang out Togashi more and just let it go. Just let it go.
No, we need more students of the House of Togashi. We don't need any more.
Well, there's that. Naruto's good though. I'll leave it at that. Naruto's good. All right, Frank. I believe it's your turn to pass the imaginary turkey leg onto you.
No, I wanted to try Dragon Ball. It's one that I remember watching it in Mexico and thinking it was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And the music was just right. You know, they really hyped up stuff. And I remember there was this hill, and I'll be like, I gotta train like Goku. And then there was the part where like, and I had a vacation, and there would be like a different saga. Like I would go, they're at the Frieza. Next year, now they're at Cell Saga. And I don't know if it's just like luck or what, but it's like I haven't seen this part. And then we'll come back here. I'm like, they're so behind over here.
Oh yeah. We were definitely the latest to the party.
And then it's just like I remember building relationships because of Dragon Ball. Like, you know, it was rare to meet somebody that
who hasn't.
Like, what? You know this? This is like
true. Like
I've been trying to meet you. I talked to the other person and they thought I was crazy.
Kids these days, you know, like it's so easy now because everyone was seeing it, but it's like back then it was tough though because like it was a very niche subject to do, you know, or
it was very new,
a hobby, I guess.
Yeah, so Dragon Ball was definitely one. What do you call it? Cornerstone. But Naruto, that's another one I almost picked, and it was like I remember downloading it. I didn't know that was like illegal, but I would download it.
Frank.
And because this guy at my high school just kept telling me, just watch it. I'm like, okay, well, how do I watch it? And then it was like, you gotta download it here. I'm like, okay,
it's on the internet.
Yeah.
And I remember
the good old days back.
I remember I had all the episodes on my computer, and then
that's a lot of space.
I recorded them somehow. I don't know. I don't even know how to do that no more. And I had them on the file, and I gave them to my cousin, and he was like, "What are all these letters next to the episode?" I'm like, and then some of them had F, then it was like funny, and then some of them were like, don't watch this one because it's like boring. Like I rated every episode.
So we had Frank notes for every episode.
Yeah, and it's like, what are the else? I'm like, that's a legendary episode.
Nice.
They're legendary.
Nice. You're gonna want to get your popcorn for that one.
Nice.
I was just like, I remember the first day I watched, I was hooked, and I downloaded like the first 3 seasons.
Nice.
And then I ran out because we went to like Bakersfield, that's like 2 hours away.
Right.
And it was like, what am I gonna do? I can't watch my Naruto anymore. And then my cousin was like, well, you can borrow my computer. I'm like, oh, thank God. It was like midnight, and I watched it all the way to like 6 a.m. So it was like, when something can make you do that,
right,
they did something right.
Indeed.
Anyways, sorry for the
no.
Now to mine. The movie that I picked, that I'm thankful that somebody made this movie. I don't know who made it. It's The Incredibles.
Oh, all right.
This movie, I bought it on DVD, or my parents bought it, and I would watch, kind of like what Miles said. Like you could just pop it on, and it doesn't matter. Like you'll watch it, and you'll enjoy it. Same thing. Like I will watch it, and I'm like, I don't get tired of it. And it's like, I don't know what they did right in that movie, but they did something, because I don't get tired of. It's just I think for me a big thing is music in how they put it. But I just remember watching this movie like a ton of times, along with Cinderella. A ton of times with my mom, because my mom will always put Cinderella. And then
I see.
I would put this movie on, and then she was like, "You make you watch this movie, I'll make you watch this one." And then I always remember I always had Lay's, but the stacks.
Oh, the stacks.
Yeah, the stacks.
Oh,
sour cream and onion flavor. And then I would eat that with a chocolate milk. That's
a combination.
I like everyone's fine.
So that's the Frank special. All right, the real Frank special.
You know,
don't try this at home, kids.
No, try it. It's good. I basically drink chocolate milk with like every meal. Pizza, chocolate milk.
That's a healthy balanced diet right there.
You know what?
It balances out. You know.
Yeah.
Calcium.
Some doctor agrees with that.
We'll find him. We'll find one.
Well, I'm not there yet.
I'm still here.
You got me there, Frank. You got me there.
Is that weird?
with the chips is kind of a weird combo.
What about pizza?
Slightly better.
Somebody was making fun of me because I was like, "What are you eating?" I'm like, "I'm eating."
I guess it's just it probably works well more than probably because of the saltiness, chocolate, no sweet, salty, no. It could
the
work.
Onion dip. If it was like regular Lay's, maybe, but the onion dip in chocolate, I was like, I think you're on your own there, friend.
I don't dip them. Come on. It's not like Oreos.
Just crunch them up and put them in the shake.
I eat them and then I get thirsty. I drink chocolate milk.
Okay.
Well, that makes that this is where it gets good.
Here comes the good part.
This is the big reveal. No, it's just
Alrighty.
That's for me. For me, The Incredibles is incredible.
And so is this combination.
Yeah. No.
That is. So I take that as your favorite Pixar movie then.
Yeah.
That checks out. It's probably also my favorite Pixar movie. Another reason why we get along, Fred.
Let's see. I guess for movies, I guess is like when I think of movies, of course, that I go with was Tron. Here we go. Because Tron for me was it was the first computer animated film way back in the 90s, when the computers were still like, I don't know what this thing does. You put it to skin and the graphics happen. But to me, I remember that movie because we didn't have a copy of it. I had to watch it through. Our father would have like a recording of it. It was like a Saturday night matinee, like a Sunday night matinee on TV.
So kids, let me help poor Miles here. So kids, before there was Netflix and you could just watch any movie on demand, the only way you could really watch movies is either through a VCR. And before that, the only way to watch movies was I think on every Sunday they would play like, we're going to play so-and-so on TV on Sunday night, 7 o'clock, don't miss it. And that's the way you would watch the movie. But if you were cool and hip like our father was and had a VCR, he would then record a said special movie and now own the movie. Probably don't do that anymore, kids.
Wow, and that's why the DVDs make you sure you're not supposed to. Wink, wink.
Yes. My mom used to do that all the time. And then she would leave it recording. And, okay, this is like, it would be like 3 movies in one.
It'd be one. Yes, it'd be their own mixtape of movies.
And then like cuts off.
And then somewhere in the middle, like somebody changed the channel. It's like, whoa, where you put the adult channel on?
This isn't that movie.
Who was this?
Who did this?
I think it was my dad.
Most likely. That makes the most sense.
So this is the old Tron.
Yeah,
the original Tron.
Okay.
I think it was
with the Big Lebowski and everything.
I want to say 89. I think it's like 89 technically.
No, I think it's older than that.
Well, no, you're right. It's like 83.
It's like 79, maybe.
No, I think it's earlier. As I know, it's later because we weren't there back then. But it's Marvel of its time was the first one to do CG graphics in a movie, do a computer inside a computer, typing programs, a laser that comes in and shoots you, and you go into the computer world.
Huge hard out SEO.
Saying this, people getting to rest, making that and sound. It's just like a transformer noise. It's like and then and like. No one. No, even
now dead.
Even in Legacy, didn't. They made once or twice, but
maybe.
But it was very hard.
They just turned to bricks.
But that movie, it's probably a lot to like wow, this is kind of cool. Look at this. Look at the graphics here. Now, granted, mostly like if you look now, mostly like it's a green screen. Oh my god, look, but we're like it's a computer. The whole NCPU thing about programs coming in, coming out, the IO matrix. It's like the NCPU saying Zark, everybody, Zark, what are you doing? And of course, Ray always points out, oh, that's Pac-Man corner.
Yeah, it's Pac-Man. I get that reference.
And it's funny, there's no real.
It's just there's Pac-Man on the screen now for some reason.
And it's like, let's sneak this in here and see if anyone notices it.
Pretty much.
That's a great film. The second one didn't do much because we're going to focus on the father-son aspect.
Soundtrack was good though.
Unfortunately, Derek Lill's going to the next one, which I don't know how that's going to come out.
Let's see if it comes out.
Yeah, the real question.
I should try to watch it. I've never seen the original.
It's interesting. It's like I said, the first movie trying to tell people this is how computers work, kind of. Which that's a lot to take in.
And also, especially like with the light cycles.
Light cycles are cool. That I can agree on. Light cycles are cool.
And again, the new ones are okay, but
they're okay.
But the old ones, old school, were cool because they're nice, covered,
Vroom vroom,
color.
Makes you go fast.
lines, things like that. When you play the arcade game, it makes sense. Like, oh, you don't want to hit, you don't want to hit the wall. But yeah, no, no. That's how I got into more, I guess, nerdy stuff because I watched that movie constantly.
Because before then, you're such a jock.
Yeah, I was sports things like that, but no, look at me now.
Look at you now. Mm-hmm.
I'm watching cute girls doing cute things and idol shows. See, I show them. But don't worry.
Thanks, Tron.
I play Dark Souls. It's okay.
There you go. Your soul is now saved.
That's my pass.
You enjoy that and you hold on to that as tightly as you can, my friend.
I am every single moment in my ear.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see here. Well, I should probably wrap it up with this last one. I had a couple more, but we could be all do. I mean, turns out there's a lot of things to be thankful in life.
Welcome to part 2 of this.
Yes. Gotta say something for next year, don't we, guys? Gotta say something for next year. So what do I want to go with? I had other things listed, but it feels like everyone's doing movies, so I feel like I have to do a movie now. I'm being bullied to do a movie. All right, I'll do it, guys. I'll do it.
Okay.
If you don't do it, you're not cool.
I want to be cool. I want to be joining the cool kids table. It's so cool. Let's see. There's so many movies. What do I choose?
Welcome to the cool table.
Oh, yeah. What's up, cool kids?
Yeah. I'm trying to do. I can think of 3 top of my head right now. Okay, which one he's gonna go with?
There's a couple of movies that just stuck with me, this and that. But I guess I'm gonna go for the most obvious, and once again because of the history of this building we're in. There's one movie that stands out among every other movie we grew up. So as I mentioned earlier, back in the day, me and my brother Miles, we grew up as the VCR kids. With we had access to all these movies and just put it in the machine and you watch movie after movie. And but I definitely had a favorite movie that was in the VHS collection we had in this house, and it was a Disney number movie that you might have heard of before called Mary Poppins.
Here we go.
It is a very old movie, but at the time I did not realize how old it was. Apparently, it was a movie from the 60s, as I come to realize, and it was about these people in London. What the hell is London? I don't know what that is. And why does everyone got a funny accent? I don't understand this as a young kid. But whatever, I'll go with it. Because who cares about funny accents when you got nannies coming down from the sky to help out these children and their life situations, who then warps them into a painting, becomes reality, hangs on the ceiling with her uncle, and then there's this guy on the rooftop shooting cannonballs and fireworks while dancing.
The original animation and live action hybrid actually worked.
Yes, so
I was about to say, sounds like an anime.
And it is, and this is what it is Mary Poppins. So one, I have nothing but nostalgia memories because I love the movie, and I didn't realize like a lot of my love for a lot of anime things I'd get to eventually come from this movie and its storyline and its world, because it is very supernatural, but it still relies on reality, and it was a very simple story because it was about this lady who literally come like another being from another world who comes down and helps out this poor family who's dealing with their own issues, life, personal issues. The dad's a bit of a stray, always working, Mr. Banks. The mother's always busy working, cheering for women's rights. And meanwhile, the poor children are kind of getting the short end of the stick here. And that's where Mary Poppins comes in and kind of saves the day. Kind of teaches the kids, how to...
It's all of that letter when the
letter.
It's like, what?
There's so many scenes, and I could say them line for line. I know this movie by heart. You got the very talented and charismatic Din Van Dyke, who I was familiar with because I've seen the Din Van Dyke show as growing up as a kid as well, and I already liked him as an actor. And then I was sold with him in this movie. Of course, Mary Poppins herself, just her being existing, this magical being going around kind of like magical wand, but also in a believable way, kind of fixing the issues that the family is going through in this time of need. And then the fantastical stuff, like I said, jumping into paintings. The idea, I thought it was such a cool idea, and still is to this idea of throwing live action and then slapping animation on top of it, which will become perfection when eventually we get to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is another favorite movie of mine. So yeah, I just like the idea, this magical wonderfulness that's still grounded in reality that Mary Poppins brought to us many moons ago.
The old man with the fireworks up there who's always out to the docks, even though he's retired.
That's still, I'm not fully understanding what that means, and probably is not sensitive to today's culture and values.
He was a captain. That's all you need to know.
Man went through a lot, I'm going to assume. And then, of course, before I just leave off, probably I would argue, probably still one of the most craziest funnest dance sequences of all time caught on cinema with a bunch of chimney sweeps dancing on a rooftop. It's very addicting, and I've heard people like real professional dancers be like, "Yo, some of these steps are like really hard. How the hell did they do these?" So it, like I said, the story, the world, the music, oh my god, the music. Every song's a damn banger.
It's already playing in my head already, right?
Exactly, and yeah, it's just I play it all the time.
The jokes, isn't that the comic bits, and you kind of like, wait, what?
Yeah, a lot of the jokes kind of flew over your head, and like I said, it's just one of my favorite movies. But of course, I grew up with
never
it.
kids. Don't put your money in the bank because they know they're gonna. That's all you're gonna do is work on that.
Think about the birds. So yeah, if you have Disney Plus and you have not Catch Mary Poppins, I don't blame you. It's a very old movie. I would, if you're an anime fan, maybe check it out. There might be some things you'd be like, oh, that seems very anime of them, and it is. I feel like it is. So check out Mary Poppins. Yeah. Where's my check, Disney?
As Fem said, we're just nothing but the Poppin brothers.
We're the Poppin boys, I believe, as Andy once quoted us.
Quote unquote. I guess that's everybody had their turn.
No,
right?
Frank's still got one. You're Frank. All right, Frank, you're done. All right.
Oh my God, it just been cut from the show.
You've been thankful enough. All right, Frank, knock it off. All right.
All right. Sorry, Frank. All right, go ahead. What's your last thing? Because I think we're going against anime. I guess the last one for you guys. If we're all going.
You gotta check the box, Frank. Gotta check the box.
What box?
The cool kids box, Frank.
Oh well. About Mary Poppins, the only thing I know about Mary Poppins is that my cousin used to say whenever Peach was used on Smash Brothers and she floats, Mary Poppins. That'll work. That's all I know. Well, since it's the last hoorah,
gotta make it count.
I wanted to just do honorable mention. I wanted to talk more about it, but because I'd rather talk about this other thing more.
The real one.
Trigun. Trigun is one where I thought it was great. The original one. I thought it was great. And Vash, I thought he was like a very good example of a person where he, very strong but humble and funny. I thought everything about him was top notch for me. So that's one of the things. But the one that I want to end with, and I know it's another game, but Smash Brothers, the original game.
Oh, there you go. That was on my list as well.
The Smash Brothers, I remember just loving the commercial every time it went on.
Oh, the original. Pikachu go flying.
Song was great. It was funny. It's just like so weird to see it on TV, and it's like, hey, this is like, those are all my favorite things on TV right now, and like all everybody's together. Seeing them, like it's just, it was really cool. Like I almost cannot believe it. Playing it was even better.
right.
I always use Samus. I remember going to my cousin's house because I didn't own it, and just playing it the whole time I was there, and just having so much fun. Begging my mom to let me stay. Sometimes she would say yes. Sometimes she would say no.
Yeah, always have a shot.
And then I would stay, and then we had to stop playing because my aunt was like, "That's too much playing."
All right, you need to stop now.
But it was just like going to my aunt's house, and because my cousin always had all the good games, and I would just play, and Smash Bros was one of the big ones. And I remember going to Christmas, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna play Smash Bros for like 8 hours.
Presents? What? Food? What?
Nah.
Smash?
Time for Smash.
Yeah, it was just so cool, and a lot of good memories, a lot of crying memories,
a lot of broken joysticks.
Yeah, I remember.
Those N64 shows
were not great.
I remember one time I lost, and I was like the first one to lose like all my lives, and then and it goes boom, defeated, and then my cousin was like, "Oh, looks like you're the weakest link," and I just stuck with like every time.
Forever.
Like, yeah, like we wouldn't even be playing Smash Bros. And be like, "Oh, looks like you're the weakest link." I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
There you go. Nothing but a catchphrase that sticks in it forever.
Still, it was a good show.
Yeah, it was just so cool playing that. And
that's cute.
Smash Brothers, it's not the same anymore.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. But the original one was really fun.
I could see that. Yeah. I do remember two quick ones. Since we're doing quick ones, Frank did. I will open the door.
Honorable mention.
Berserk, because I thought Berserk was amazing, and it showed like anime could be way more than Dragon Ball, which don't get me wrong, I love Dragon Ball, but it could be a lot of things, and it could be really heavy, really dark, and crazy. And also because that was one of the first things, if not literally the first thing I talked to Ivan about, and that's how we became friends. Because Berserk was very unknown at the time, was not, wasn't on Toonami, right? So you just had to been an anime nerd and stumbled upon it. And I remember we talked about it, and one like, "Huh, you know Berserk?" I'm like, "No, you don't." He's like, "Yeah, he does." And like he explains, "Well, fuck, he does know Berserk."
If it was hard finding a Dragon Ball Z fan, now imagine finding a Berserk.
Exactly. So that Berserk is great, and Ivan's great. So there you go, works together. And then there was one more. Was it just Smash Brothers? Maybe it was just Smash Bros. I was just gonna say Smash Bros is just a good way that back in the day with the group of friends we had, that was our come together. We'd come over to my parents' place really, and they'd come over and we'd just play Smash all night and have good times, hanging out, being silly, letting loose, and just playing Smash all night long. Just good simple times of everyone together playing. Back when simpler times where you could hopefully had more free time on your hands and you could get your friends and you come over to houses, and now you're lucky if you get a Skype call or something these days. Yeah. So
or maybe just a text.
Good memories.
Text would be nice.
Indeed. So I'm thankful for those 2 extra bonuses
I guess I might join a party here.
And then with a bang.
Gotta go fast.
Mine was Kanad, because Kanad, it's a very good like 1-2 punch. Like I was like, oh, okay, this is good. Oh,
that's a good one. I forgot. Now
it's been a while since I literally
I'm still chasing that high.
It still gets you right there. It gets you right there, and you have to watch the first one. You know, watch season 1.
That's the thing, is like, in season 1 you're like, oh god, I'm done with the show, and
but then
like, now I understand why.
It's like a 1-2 punch. Like
that's the one time where it says, no, I swear it's gonna get good, and actually does get good.
Is it one enemy that hugs you, and then at the end punches you right in the gut at the end.
There you go.
So that's always because that one's like you said, I'm trying to find something that's kind of similar to that. I mean, there's other key ones,
right? But then sometimes we're just going through the feelings without working for them.
I actually never seen Little Busters more. Thinking about it now,
I should try.
I don't know. There's also Rewrite, but anyway, let's see what else. And of course, then there's the Man Balnecker games always, because it was something I could play Mega Man, but I've also used computer skills like Tron. See, that's
sure computer skills.
And it was especially number 3 when you could customize the Buster and you had to figure out pieces like play Tetris and try to fit certain pieces in, and then you have to unlock. You had to have certain codes to unlock the pieces that way it could fit in like 1 block less, or like it takes like instead of 3 blocks, it takes 2 block, like 1 block or something like that. And you would figure it like this. It got the ultimate ability. This thing is busted now.
This guy's a nerd, and so am I. Oh, tell me more.
Are these your honorable mentions?
Yes.
Oh, apparently. Okay. I was just like.
Yeah.
Confirming.
Well, I felt left out. I want to share my honorable mentions too. So.
That's why I just wanted to know where to jot it down.
All right, that way.
What's the connection?
I guess that ends for this year's.
Oh, you don't have a last one?
Well, you did 3.
Yeah,
I did. He was the first one to go.
Oh,
yeah. I thought we had our turn.
I love how you forgot him and he forgot you.
Take that.
All part of the plan.
There you go.
Now who's forgetting?
Exactly.
Okay. Revenge is sweet and slow.
Yeah, so I think that now we all had our turns. We all
we passed the turkey leg.
So that's for this year's turkey edition of this podcast. We'll probably do this again next year when it's around turkey time.
There's a good chance.
So don't worry if your other ones, we got more in the tank here. There's a lot of games we always be thankful on this podcast.
Indeed.
Even future games or
not sure. You never know.
So we'll see. We'll come back around and we'll see where the turkey leads us, I guess, next year.
Indeed. Gobble gobble.
So that being said, I guess this concludes our podcast for today. I thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Frank.
I nodded, but I don't think nobody does.
It's hard to pick that up on the mic. In the video podcast coming next year, Frank.
You can hear the nod.
Everyone will see that nod.
You can hear the nod.
Microphone's not that good.
That's the next mic, the super. That's the we get there, the $300 tier mics. That's when we get there.
Yeah,
that's when you can hear the nods.
It's gonna be like when you watch some TV and it has the audio for blind people. It's like, oh no,
the description of everything.
And Frank
nodded.
Of course, thank you, Ray, for always being here, making this podcast function as usual.
Of course, I try.
And we'll see you guys next time when we gather around again.
One more time with video game talk, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or I should specify, but end of the year game talk, perhaps.
Yeah.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, we'll see what happens in the Game Awards. See what. Usually, some new thing comes out. Usually, out of that thing.
Spider-Man 2, Mary Jane, best performance in character.
If she wins like some award, I, my faith in humanity is not that high. It just might send me over the cliff.
Okay.
The Last of Us is coming out, Frank. Don't worry, just in time.
We'll see you guys next time.